the reason I started was back in the US, there was a case. The jury had to revisit a case of an innocent person because his innocence was proved on a podcast.
Okay.
So, kama mfano, someone was doing...
What kind of a case was it?
I don't know, I think he raped someone, allegedly. Sasa, he went, akaenda akafungwa like for life, kitu kama hiyo. Kisha, 20 years for someone to say ako 60, huwa ni for life. Ni life. So,
even toko 20, ukifungwa 20 years.
Ni a lot of years hizo. Wajua, umemiss a lot. So, akafungwa, kisha someone who was running podcast, akawa yuaenda kutafuta innocent people with a story. Ama people who were convicted but kulikuwa like they had another story, you know. So from that nikasema, imagine a podcast imefanya the judiciary system of America revisit a case, kisha wakamuacquit from hiyo revisiting the case, wakaona he was really innocent, wakamtoa.
Okay, that is a very huge thing that podcast has done to the law of USA. But kitu sahi na trend kwa law society ya Kenya ni fake lawyer.
Mike Ross.
Yeah, that's one very interesting topic.
Wallahi, that guy amerip itoje profession, but there is also a fallacy ambao yatumika na yeye. Ati he swore in 2022. Let's do the math. Wajua lawyer, we are not really good in math. We know doctors.
We're actually not that good in math as well.
No,
I promise you, we're not that good in math.
Sisi tunajua tu count pesa. That's it. Hisabu ingine hatujui.
Okay.
So he swore in 2022, last year. Kisha allegedly anaambiwa amewin 26 cases. Unless ni hizi cases za 3 months ambao ni small claims, sawa.
Like when you say like you win one case, what extent do you have to go to win one case?
One case.
Timeline.
Okay.
How many times you're going to appear before the court? 26 cases. So one case is that approximately how many months or years?
1 year and a half, I'll say. Or maybe unless akianza tu alianza na hizo 26 atago maybe, which is very, unbelievable. No lawyer, wajua kuna watu they are in practice 5 years na hawaja complete hizo 26 cases.
Okay.
So it's
looks somehow adds more to but kuna mtu anasema hiyo ni uongo.
Ni uongo,
26 cases. But why fake people being caught in these professions, in the law? Jana our council, the doctors council, imeshika mtu pia.
You guys also have a council?
Yeah. We have a council na inashika. It's actually very active. Na imeshika mtu jana. Yeah.
I feel like people watch Grey's Anatomy, The Good Doctor, and they feel like waweza wakafanya CPU, waweza wakafanya. This is not real.
You've watched Grey's Anatomy?
I've watched some episodes. Yeah.
What do you think it's like to does it put from my side, does not portray how hospital work actually is?
Okay.
Do you believe that is what hospital work looks like?
I don't know, because number one, kule ni America, they over-exaggerate everything. But for me, I kind of watched it, the chemistry between the doctors.
Okay.
I really like, Kisha, there's that comedy, yani exactly.
That's actually true.
Exactly.
Okay, if you look at it in terms of that way,
yeah,
it's actually true.
Yeah.
Kuna konga na lot of cooperation, relationships, kuna maitero wengine wanapendana, wengine hawataki kuona. Kuna wengine they work together very well, and kuna love stories inside.
Exactly. Ama wengine hawaelewani, but when it comes to a patient, they put their ego aside. It's in that.
It's there. Thank you, Betty, for having me here.
How
many guests have you had before me?
Yeah, I have a cousin who is a regular.
Okay.
Like, we do mostly football with him.
Okay.
And kind of watu wamependa football. I've been telling him aanze yake ya football, but I don't know, maybe ataanza next year. Let me not. But I've had around, for this November podcast, I've had 3 men.
Okay.
I tried to change.
Okay.
because nimeona like ikiwa tu podcast ni the same, we don't speak about hizi vitu.
Okay.
It's, and I kind of have a voice, and by a voice I mean 34 yaitwaje listeners.
That's a huge amount.
Wallahi, that's what I believe.
Yeah,
You start hivyo.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in hini society we rarely talk about men.
Yeah.
And I
until the last 2 years, and how these two controversial characters came about, Andrew Kibe and America.
na wale sasa mimi naona ni kama wana poison wanaume, you know?
Yeah.
Like kimpango, like, you know, men don't have a safe space. Wajua mimi msichana nikiwa na shida,
yeah.
I call kama ni my girls, I call my sister, na yani like naitoa, you know, but for men it's mostly like nita survive nayo, I'll deal with it.
It's true.
Kitu kama hiyo.
When you said that men do not have a safe space, do you have a best friend? You individually, do you have a best friend?
Personally,
yeah.
Mimi siamini hizo stories.
I
I have friends for like certain occasions.
You have friends that you are like very close with, and you share stuff with. Now on my side, I'll tell you, like, I do not have such close friends.
Okay.
That we have friends of interests. In the male world, friends come with
interest.
Yeah, they don't come like unconditionally love you. No.
Ati uko na shida unapigia.
No, I have this problem. Do you have a solution? Yes. Maybe we will talk. I have this interest. Are you interested in it?
Okay.
We can be friends. So in the male world, safe space is brought about by interests. What you're interested in, and is the other guy also having
the same interest?
Yeah.
Okay.
So ndio pamoja, but sema kama, say, like example, someone who is interested in something very totally different from, say, like someone who loves skiing, or like
kuna watu wanapenda skiing huko Kenya.
Yeah, or like some people who love skating or whatever.
Okay.
That's not my interest. So rarely do you find me friends with someone who skates. You have to go in the same line.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you as a lady, you as a woman, are actually bringing out men's health and men's mental health into the discussion.
It's true.
It's about time.
Yeah,
it's
thank
time.
you.
Yeah, it's about time. That's cool. If you look at male role models in our society right now, the two who have the biggest influence, you cannot deny.
It's true. I can't deny.
Yeah. Ni Andrew Kibe and America, those two have a very huge
say
in
Kenya.
In Kenya.
What about Andrew Tate?
Definitely, he has.
That guy has.
Yeah, but if we narrow down our scope to Palituko, it's those two that have a lot of influence over young men. And some of the things they teach young men, some you agree with them, some you do not agree with them.
True.
Like when America tells guys to like hit the gym, I 100%
agree.
When he tells them save 100 shillings per day in a circle, financial literacy, you agree with this thing?
I rarely listen to him. Afadhali Andrew Kibe. At least akona drama fulani.
Yeah. Huyu ana drama, lakini anakuanga a bit. Kuna some part where I do not agree with them.
Okay.
Parts of how they treat their women, they try make women like as objects for use in a man's life. You know?
True.
Like your woman is only supposed to do this, do not have feelings for your woman, dissociate, yani jiweke kando. Yani use your woman only as a mother to your children and for you to grow your family, but do not. They try to put out a message like
square attached.
Yeah. No. To which is the contrary. Because as a man, you're supposed to be attached to your family.
Thank you.
Put your wife first, your woman first, your kids first. So it's good. Thank you for bringing this discussion about men.
Yeah, for me, I feel like reasons why I brought this discussion is I grew up among men.
Okay.
They were quite to like the boys too. No one wanted to play Barbie with me. So I kind of figured how should I have some traits wasichana wao wananiambia wewe you know, like I am somehow tomboyish.
Okay.
So because I grew up na boys, you know. Yeah. So at times I can control crying.
Okay.
Naweza nikajiambia I schedule my cryings.
Okay.
Najiambia sahi is not the right place.
Okay.
Lia tu ukiwa kwa kitanda, you know, which is not a womanly thing to do.
Okay.
it's mostly a man thing to do. So I've kind of
ukiwa peke yako.
Ama ulie in a safe space. Unajua msichana ukimuudhi yeye ataanza tu kulia. Like it's one thing I love about women ni hiyo, like they don't care, ita mess makeup, they feel like crying wanalia.
Emotions have to be let out.
So I brought it up because I want to help people who are surrounding me, at least wawe na a place they can talk. Kuna hizi shida zingine like watu wengi huwa waogopa kusema, you know.
Examples, let's look at it. From the notes that you sent me, like about this topic of discussion, I went through them, and I've been having like a lot. You can find every point you've sent me. Like I have a lot to say about. Like if you ask me, the first point was like, what do you love about being a man? I can give you more than 5 reasons. But the biggest one I can give you is it's challenging. Being a man is not easy. It's challenging. So you do not expect anything from someone.
Where?
You cannot. Very rarely do you get favors as a man. Like you always have to offer value.
That's sad.
You always have to offer value. If you don't have value to offer, no one wants you. That's what I like about being a man. So
you like that about
Yes. Because it challenges you to gain values, which in the long run are beneficial for you as a man. So it's challenging to be a man, and I love challenges. That's one of the things like men should actually learn to embrace. Challenges help you grow. That's what I love about being a man. What do you think? What's your perspective on how it is to be a man? What do you think? Like
maybe like what I love about being a man. You know, I watched Jumanji. There was a character who was a lady. You've seen Jumanji. Changed to Jack Black. And like he said, like how you guys pee, you know, it's something that it's fascinating me. Like for me, that's what I love being a man. Kisha pia, like in our society, waweza toka tu. Ukiuliza unaenda wapi? I'm going out. Sisi we have to apply for a visa with like 3-4 documents attached to it. Kisha ukienda you were rejected, you know. So for men,
even coming down to like family unit, I'm to family basis. My sister kitokanga nyumbani anauliza unaendanga.
Exactly.
Mimi nikitoka naambia utarudi saa ngapi? Ama anauliza unarudi.
Umeona like ama renting out peke yako. It's very okay for a guy. Hata like you are commended to do it.
To live alone.
Lakini msichana wewe like it's, you know, so I feel like those are some good things of being a man. Personally.
That's early independence. In our Africa, tunapatiwa early independence. But ukiangalia in this way, you can look at it in 2 ways. Either the society is chasing out the boy, or the society is protecting more of the girl, or the society is trying to make this man stronger man. Because look at it right now, as it is, 18-year-olds of this time, guys as of this age are very different from the past guys. Those guys are stronger than us mentally. Kwanza kuna hii video nimeona of whatever is going on in Palestine right now.
I mean, I'll be sending prayers.
There's a man whose firstborn has been killed. His firstborn is 22 years. His last one is 2 years. So all his kids have died, but the guy is not shedding a tear. He's not crying.
And you feel like that's strong?
That's true strength. And you know what he's saying? The guy is actually saying like, these people who have died shahid, they're going to be martyrs too. Yes, they're going to be martyrs, and they're going to be witnesses to us in the akhirah. He also says, do not show your tears to the Israeli, to the oppressors. That's weakness. But like,
I didn't view it like that.
I was actually sad about like the whole scenario until I saw this guy. I'm like, this guy is actually strong. So we're like, okay, and you can check your comments. Okay, this is a man of faith. This is a true man.
But maybe I believe in crying being strength.
Yes, for different people.
That's hiyo ni my belief, because there are imams who had like yaitwaje, their cheeks iliform pathways ya tears.
Yeah.
Because they used to cry almost every day, you know.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, mimi I feel like afadhali ulie ishi, because not processing nayo
But there is
ni ngumu, walai ni ngumu.
Ni ngumu, but it's a challenge, you see. Now you have to rise up to the challenge. That's why if you rise up persistently to these challenges, you become a man who is like
true.
Everyone respect you, everyone look after you, everyone is gonna listen to you, because they know you have been through that and you have come out this way.
Imagine.
So it's hard, but I love being a man.
But I'll have to tell you something. I watched a story about a transgender, a woman who you need to be very careful talking about these things.
Yes.
A woman who transgendered to being a man. Kisha alivyokuwa mwanamume sasa, like fully beard, amekuwa mwanaume kabisa, ame chop things, you know, amekaa, then she made a video. Huyo mtu ame make video. Akasema how lonely it is being a man. Sasa wanaume sasa wakawa wana stitch her videos. You know, telling him yani kuja ugrab a beer. Wengine wamwambia come fishing, yani like ukiangalia yani kama it is lonely being a man. So kimpango, I'll rather stay huku on the side being a woman.
It is true,
it is lonely.
Tunapatanga vitu tunatanga pamoja. Unaona dem vile ameambiwa have a beer. So it's things that bring us together, like alcohol, interests or fun activities kama ball. Tunapatana weekend, tunapatana wishes just because of ball. But being a man out there is lonely. Especially if you're moving in between your teenagehood to your like
adult
katikati. That's where like majority of people commit suicide from, statistically, in terms of age numbers. Young boys commit suicide more.
Your time. I have an aunt daktari. She told me, ukisikia mwanamume, this is nimecheka tu, imetoka tu kwa bahati mbaya. But she said ukiona kwa emergency amekuja mwanamume amekunwa sumu, like we know he's going. Like sisi deep down we are trying to help him, but ni kama tumegive up. But tukiambiwa mwanamke amekuja, we rush, because tunajua at the end of the day mwanamke like anachukua her chances. She doesn't go all the way. If it's a man ameamua anajiua, ni huyo yani like anajiua, which is very sad considering na wanaume mko kidogo. It's
kidogo. Na lazima uwe kidogo by the way.
Wallahi msikufa hivyo jamani.
I think men we are losing men in this our age. We're losing men. Not only losing like in terms of life, we're actually losing men in terms of values, in terms of like transgender and all that. We're losing
tell me about it.
What do I hate about being a man? Now to the next one. It's lonely. It's lonely. It's very lonely. Sometimes you'll be like, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, all this for this, and I'm gonna die eventually at the end of the day. I remember back when I was a teen, early uni, like even good morning messages I never had. My mom doesn't check on me, my dad doesn't check on me. Naishi peke yangu, naishi somewhere deep in the village in Uganda. Like,
you were in Uganda?
Yeah.
What?
That's where I did my uni from.
Which university?
Some uni called Kampala International.
Mbarara? Ama Ishaka? Been there. What? Tulikuja walai back in I think 2017.
You are Hannah's friend?
Yeah.
Then I've met you.
We've met.
You came with some other girl.
Yeah, Saida. Yeah, we came with we were from Rwanda, basi. Ona huyu. Na siku zote hizo usemi. Wewe imeenda south really quick. Ona huyu ulisoma Ishaka.
We were actually in the same room with that other girl. You came to visit a girl called Zainat.
saying that I don't really remember names.
Okay, you remember you were at Hannah's?
Yeah.
Then mkaenda kwa msichana mwingine.
Yeah, we did.
Hapo tulipatana kwa room ya huyo msichana.
Wallahi mimi akili yangu haikuwa like you know I went there knowing only Hanan. And I really like people think I am an extrovert nikiingia na najua mimi niko very shy like if I don't know you I don't associate.
Wow.
That's me. Kisha we imagine.
We actually sat and we talked. We had a very good
conversation.
You had a very good conversation. You told me that are you ballet?
Unakumbuka hizo zote? Wallahi. So you when did you want to say this? Ulikuwa umehold.
No, actually like, umesema I didn't know.
Ilikuwa
I didn't know. You're pointing now that you know Mbale.
Yeah.
You know Mbarara. I'm like,
Ishaka, imagine.
Then so I tried to karibisha.
Oh my God. Allah, small world.
It's a very small world. Imagine that 5 years down the line, we never thought we'd meet.
Wallahi. Now imagine tulikuwa the same country, Uganda. Tumetolewa Kenya.
Same room.
Imagine, wallahi. See, like.
Wow.
So the conversation was good because I can be rude sometimes.
No, it was actually brilliant.
Alhamdulillah.
It was actually brilliant. That's why I still remember the two of you. I even mentioned the other girl.
Saida, yeah.
Of course, like lasting conversations usually last in my mind.
Oh, nice. Mimi was a talker very fast.
Alhamdulillah, my memory is not bad.
Mashallah, unakulanga almonds.
Sina Alzheimer's bad.
Mashallah, that's good, wallahi.
So if you
okay.
Now if you go back to like why I hate being a man. During those times then back in Ishaka then it was very remote.
Yeah,
the only thing that like kept me alive was like going and playing football in the evening or going to the gym in the evening. But like socially wise I had nothing to offer. Value wise I had nothing to offer.
Uko tu.
Yeah, uko tu.
Daktari si daktari ukirudi home kila mtu daktari. Si daktari. I've had that. Wakili, I'm not wakili.
That's idea.
Okay.
But those years for a man, for a boy, transitioning to a man, they are lonely, they're hard, they're the worst of times for a guy. If you do not have someone to like or something to hold by, to stand by to keep you afloat.
Okay.
It's a very hard time.
Okay.
Because I'll just give a few examples. Yeah.
Okay.
During I grew up in Mombasa and Nairobi. We've lived both lives. Mombasa tumeishi Likoni for like around 15 years.
MashaAllah.
So my teenage would start around that time. Then you now have acne, you have now voice breaking and some things. So you want to know
beards not connecting.
Beards not connecting.
I'm a brother, so naona.
So like who mind? But there's no one to tell you it's a phase.
Okay.
There was no one to tell you it's a phase. You're gonna get through this.
Itatoka, yani itaconnect.
Ni mzae jipange. When the boys kijana kan ngumu.
Okay.
No. But like some actually like guys who struggle with acne during that time, severe acne. With acne. But and then if they try asking like my acne like this and your acne is a madam
True.
No. So you put yourself in a shelter, in a cocoon, in a shell. That's where now you have eventually you get a new personality. Sometimes actually people who are psychopaths develop during that time.
Where?
Yeah, like
hey, daktari ashasema.
So yeah.
Okay.
We need to talk about men and guiding men through
mentors yani.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentors through different phases of life.
I see you. Yeah, it's better.
Thank you. The next part.
You that's what you hate about being a man.
Yes.
Okay.
Father is lonely.
Yeah, it is wallahi, and it's not like ati ni wanaume tu, even women.
Does it get lonely?
Wallahi, this year I've been the loneliest paka na nimekaa nimejiuliza, I've sat down, nimeandika, like I've never journaled like this year. Kama kujiuliza why is it like this, why I think a big part is because I've lost my dad last year. Sasa Allah
yarhamu niseme kwa Kisomali.
Sasa mimi nitaelewa aje ona huyu. No worries, amina, Mungu ajalie dua zote zimfikie. Anyways, I feel like somehow wajua mimi na babangu we were super close. Like huko Uganda almost every week we used to have video calls.
Wow.
Like I update him with my life, he updates me with his life, to enjoyane, like twice hata tukanana.
Okay.
But somehow somewhere I know there is a man napigia tuongea, you know, so haikuwa sana kwa fikra. But this year when I finished, wajua ukimaliza KSL, Kenya School of Law, there is 6 months of pupillage you need to do.
Nilisikia hiyo na mlipia mnafanyishwa kazi.
No, me alhamdulillah I got a nice boss, I got paid. Sasa ilivyoisha that period hiyo Feb, because I finished in January. So Feb nikamwambia I need a break, kisha I'll see kama nitarudi ama sitarudi. Hiyo break nilichukua hata nilijuta why did I take it. Like February is the shortest month but it felt very long for me. Easy loneliness, I feel like si wanaume peke yake. You are in a room, people you know, but how go, you know? Yeah. So I feel like ni hiyo si tusiweza ekelea tu gender.
It's actually cuts across both ways. That's nice. That's nice. What of mentors? What of female mentors on the online spaces? Are they there?
Yeah, they're there actually. They are trying. We have, you know, Cass Nadia, the former Cass.
Yeah.
She tries to mentor some people. Personally, I have something called Asriya. It's an evening tea. Asriya jina tu spice.
Hata kwa Kisomali tunaita hivyo.
By the way, because I presented Asriya, people are like, hii ndo sasa umetuletea nini? But after I felt hiyo lonely, I said, hii Nairobi, a lot of women wako huku wametoka tuseme coast, wametoka from different parts. Wajua Nairobi hakuna wenyeji wa Nairobi. Twendeni mbele na nyuma. Yeah. So everyone amekuja ku-invest kunini. So I invited kama a group of 15 girls, we had tea, we tukazungumza, na nikaelewa kuwa hii loneliness cuts across everyone, hata waliolewa, mtu yuko kwa, I used to think ukioleka like loneliness ina haiko. They proved me wrong. Wananiambia no, sometimes you still feel lonely ukiwa kwa marriage.
Still continues.
Yeah. Wow. Kasema wewe wacha tu tubakie huko.
Wow, that's nice. Okay. That's a new perspective. I never thought women get lonely.
Wallahi, they do.
I always thought like in my head like women always have attention. Kuna someone who's keeping them busy.
True. By the way, it's true. Pia mimi, I have high walls. Like very high walls. Sasa it's very hard to let someone in. Now you know, for you to cure your loneliness, hizi walls you need to shred them. Lakini mimi kila siku ikifika najenga another layer, you know. So I feel like it's on me.
Gorofa nyingine.
Ni gorofa nyingine kama mbili.
If we go to the next part.
Okay.
The next question. My biggest fear as a man. There are two actually.
Okay.
One is like the biggest fear I have is not living up to my potential as a human being before being a man.
Wow.
Growing up, through school, primary, high school, teachers would always look at me and see you're a kid with potential. You get? So, whatever type of potential it is in whatever field. Sometimes not in academics. I had potential in academics and sports as well. I was good both ways. I was good at swimming, I was good at ball, I was good at whatever, some subjects.
Okay.
So some of the teachers who I came across through always told me you're a kid with potential.
Nice.
Growing up now into this young man now, even through my uni and with my supervisors and mentors in my field right now, still some people telling me like you're someone with potential, and I recognize that in myself. So my biggest fear is not living up to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're now Ningu.
My biggest fear is not living up to that.
Okay.
the other biggest fear I have is not being enough.
What?
Okay.
No, elaborate.
Not being enough in this way. Everyone has goals in life.
Okay.
My goals are not like financial or whatever. My goals are more of family oriented and contentment.
Okay.
So I'm afraid of not having children, number one, because I am someone who wants children.
Okay.
I'm afraid of not having a wife. I'm afraid of not being enough.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, giving my all to them.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of I've seen how families grow up, how the man or the father eventually evolves into being like a workaholic.
Yeah,
forgetting his family. I'm afraid of that as well, because I want to live with my kids.
You want to be there.
I want to be there.
Okay.
Even if it means like sacrificing time of work or anything, at least have like 4 or 3 days a week where I'm just at home.
Hey.
That's my dream.
Wow.
My dream is like I have kids.
That's beautiful,
yeah.
Wallahi.
Rarely
men think it's beautiful.
Oh no, I want to actively participate in my children's life.
That's good.
Because whatever people are putting in their minds of brains.
Ya watoto, by the way, umeona? Tangu kokomelo.
I feel like I cannot entrust other people to do that job for me.
True.
Because our parents entrusted our teachers. Walimu wa madrasa, walimu wa shule, they entrusted them to us, and those ones, they never guided us wrong. But now, wrong influence is everywhere.
Wallahi. Hey. One click to mtoto amejua a whole different things. Unaanza kuulizwa maswali sasa. Kujibu huwezi, kumtukana true.
Ukimwambia achana nayo huwezi. Because you cannot always be there with the kid. So those are like fears I have. I'm afraid of having children in this next generation. How my children gonna be? What is gonna be in their head? What's their mindset gonna be like? But everything is by qadr Allah, you know.
Kabisa Mwenyezi Mungu inshallah. Kuna dua za kuomba. My mom says huwezi ongoza mtoto. Like no matter how much you do, hauwezi kumfanya mtoto aongoke.
Okay.
The only thing you can do is pray for them.
Okay.
That's what she has been doing. Sisi, personally, the kuswali, there was a time in like very early in my life, nilikuwa wajua wanawake kuna siku hauswali. So wajiengezea na zako. Kuna umepewa siku 6, wewe ongeza na 4 ziasi ziwe 10 tu, you know. So like I had that problem. Like kisha I discovered, nikasema sasa mimi nikiulizwa na Mwenyezi Mungu swala, like he used to bug me. I went to my mom. I told her, ma, there is a dua Ibrahim radhiyallahu anhu made ile Rabbana taqabbal ile Rabbana ja'al muqima as-salati wa min dhurriyyati Rabbana taqabbal du'ana. Like God make me stand in prayers and my family. Sasa when you get your mom to make that dua, it means her family, mimi si I am one of them. And alhamdulillah, your problem way iliondoka. Like say I'm cautious, like you know,
there is fulfillment if with completing every prayer. Unasenga satisfied.
Wallahi.
But the moment you miss, unaanza kusikia
exactly.
But that one comes too, because I even struggled with my salah at one point. But eventually, alhamdulillah, it came because of consistency and trying to get there.
No, for men it's easy to do it, you know. Sisi umeshikilia consistency mara unaambiwa sasa, you know. Like then you build it up. You have to, so every month you have to like evo yani.
I think those are the struggles. I think that's the jihad.
Exactly.
That it's supposed to be, that is there. The real jihad is fighting against your comfort and your soul. That's the real jihad. So make du'as for your like future and inshallah.
Okay.
That's my biggest fear. How about on your side? Do you have
me I doubt that they go on. Maybe my biggest fear is being raped. Like wallahi, if to say me I am to kupanda boda or nduzi, I love nduzi. But the amount of ayatul kursi I will recite kwenye hiyo nduzi paka nifike, only God knows. I'm like constant fear. I don't know ni inherent ni biological. I really don't, but I feel like I have to calculate my every move. not to watu wananiambia usiogope sana. I'm like you know,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's my fear, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to ask you, you know, fears usually originate from somewhere.
Okay.
Fears usually have a basis. Kuna kitu
Yeah.
inaleta hiyo fear. My fear as those fears of mine as a man
Yeah.
are coming from me seeing how other men or probably how other people are failing.
Yeah.
Like other families are not doing well. But alhamdulillah, like my family has my dad has always been good to me. He's been like a friend sometimes.
Yeah, he's been there.
He's been there. I cannot say I've never had a dad or like no, my dad has been active all through until I have finished uni. Ndo akaniachilia.
Hey.
Ndo akaniambia, okay, you're on your own, you go. So, but I have seen people who have missed that.
Yeah.
So that's where my fear is coming from. I wanted to ask you a question, but I don't think you're gonna be. Okay.
No. Okay, here's the thing. I've not been raped.
Okay. No. Like,
that's one thing.
Have you been or seen someone who has?
No.
Okay. So
I just like where you know like there's this thing when a man looks at you. There are two looks. There's a look mweza angaliana kwa macho, nothing is happening. You know? Yeah. But then there's a man looking at you anakuvua nguo.
Okay.
You know? It bugs me.
Okay.
Wallahi, like I'm like nani amekupa ruhusa? You know, like, and you see these looks sometimes from people who you respect. Mtu anakuangalia like you're like hey, Rudy kuja huku, you know. So like I hate that. Imagine you only just by looks. I feel so like ndugu yangu, don't see me when I am like that. Huwa I fume vibaya sana. But sasa nasema if I didn't give someone that consent, I feel like hiyo like it will kill me. It's
I pray you never come across
Amina
that,
ya Rabbi.
anyone
It's one of my duas that tahajjud. Like for real I'm like Mwenyezi Mungu usinipe huu mtihani because I feel like it's gonna be too heavy on me.
I have been with victims.
Oh.
I have been with victims in my practice, especially in Uganda.
Okay.
Remember when you came to visit, we were in a place called Ishaka.
Yeah.
That was near the western part, close to the Rwanda border.
Yeah.
So I moved from there, and then I went to the Congo-Uganda border.
Okay.
That's when I saw all these things. Because in refugee camps, you see everything will go on. So I have been with it. I have seen it. I have seen how these people are affected. It's not good.
It's not.
It's not good.
It's not. Kabisa.
We go on to the other one.
The struggle.
Yeah, I'm loving this conversation.
Wallahi, it's going. Move on.
How did you come up with this?
I don't know. I just after sijui anything, I just came up with them.
They were very nice. The moment you sent me and I looked at them, I was like, this is gonna be a nice combo.
Thank you.
Now on to the next bit.
The biggest struggle.
My biggest struggle as a man usually came with trying to fit in. Okay. Trying to fit in, I think started trying to be cool.
Kupendwa, accepted. You know,
everyone wants to be loved.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be accepted. That's true.
It's true.
So sometimes you have to change your values or things about yourself so you can realize what of saying, oh yeah, this guy, we like him. But in my struggles of trying to fit in, you learn a lot of things. You learn that there's no need for you to fit in.
True.
You're not missing out on anything by being accepted.
Exactly.
Not, or being left out, you're not missing out on anything.
Rich.
Yeah.
It's true, by the way. It's very true.
Also, if you check, I tried to, I think it was in which year? 2018 is when I stopped trying to fit in.
Oh, you made a good decision.
Yeah, I made a good decision back then. Like 2018 is when I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna be me.
I'm gonna be me.
Whoever
likes me for me. Whoever doesn't like me is your own one.
Exactly.
I won't force you to like me. You can stay away from me.
Yeah.
You get. So to stop trying to fit in.
Yeah.
And then loving myself for who I am unconditionally. As a man, you're supposed to love yourself.
Gems zinakuwa dropped.
I think I think you be content and be happy with the way you are, what you have, your physical
progress.
Yeah. So I think that was the biggest struggle that I have faced, trying to fit in.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
How about you? Do you have any struggles?
Mimi, I am from a Swahili community, and it's as if they know when you are 25, unafaa umeoleka, 27 you have your first child, 29 your second, like ni kama tumeprogramiwa, you know. So I'm trying to show them, like they don't believe when I tell them I am happy single.
Okay.
They don't.
No one believes.
No one believes. Nikiongea with any of my aunts, they're like, kuna huyu mwanamume. I'm like, really? Like, really? You know, I'm okay. You know, like, I want them. That's my biggest struggle. Na sasa, when I come out explaining how okay I am, it's viewed as, like, you know, you are danganya. Like, asidanganya. Like, I'm for real. Like, I'm contented, sahi. I feel like I need to know myself kwanza before I involve someone else in my life. You need to heal. Staki uende in a relationship uanze shida zako za tangu primary unaamshia mwanaume, you know. That's so true. That's my struggle anyway.
So that's from our host's perspective. Things I've not been able to do. Because of being a man. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any. Anything that I've always wanted to do, I think I have done.
Oh, mashallah, that's nice.
I think I have done.
Traveling,
yes, I have. In terms of, I like staying at home.
Same.
I like staying at home.
Rarely.
I like food. I like my hobbies is trying to learn how to cook.
Oh, nice.
I remember the first few days when I was going to the kitchen, my dad would be like,
exactly. I know. African fathers.
Yeah, African fathers. Then slowly my dad tukaenda tukaishi Somalia na yeye. Ilikuwa ni mimi na yeye pekee.
Sasa he was like, alhamdulillah, my son can cook.
So no. So I don't think there's anything I've never been able to do. Because everything
you want, you can.
Besides, most of the things that dictate the things you should do as a man, is the tayari kwa Quran. If you want to do anything beyond that,
sasa hiyo ni yako.
I am with this day and age, you can still do it.
Exactly. Thank you.
You can still do it.
Wewe tu na decision yako na pesa zako. Like, exactly.
No one is going to make for you decisions. But kuna point when I was still under my dad's care. I still am under my dad's care, not financially or whatever, but like I still am if my dad asks me questions, I'm answering them. I still have huge respect to him, as well as my mom. So if my mom calls me now and she's like, do this and that, I can't say
you drop everything and you do that
much, you know.
The Jannah is under. Here we are reminded every single day.
You can't. So sometimes, like, say I wanted to do something, and then my mom says no, I want to do.
Oh yeah,
that's some of the limiting factors.
I think in this sort.
To give an example, immediately after I finished internship, we usually become jobless as doctors sometimes. So my dad was like, "We just Somalia and takupatia a job."
Okay.
And then mom was like, "When the Somalia kwa nani?"
Exactly.
So my dad has a second wife there.
Oh.
So my mom is also she's skeptical of the insecurity there. It's like, when is Somalia kwa nani? You want me to lose you?
It's true.
Don't go. Nikaambiwa ukitoka hapa wewe si mtoto wangu. So I haven't gone.
Ni ngumu.
So that's the only thing I can say I've not been able to do.
Here it's not down to gender. I feel like hata mimi I had a job kwenda Kiunga.
Okay.
2021. Kwenda ku collect some data. Bahari ilikuwa mbaya. My dad was for it. And wajua we have some relatives Kiunga.
Okay.
He was like, "And go explore." My mom called and ananiambia unaenda wapi? Hiyo pesa ni pesa ngapi wanakupea? Nisikie umesafiri. Me and my dad akaniambia angalia mimi siwezi argue na mke wangu. Sasa usiende. I don't like jana tu he was like go. Leo nimepigiwa simu na mke wake which is my mom. Ameniambia mimi like he's fully supporting like you know nikasema yeah I won't do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. 3 things you disagree about the stereotype for men. 3 things I personally disagree about stereotype. Not all men are bad guys.
No, same the way it is said. Not all men are dogs. So you don't believe in that.
Yeah, not all men are.
Yeah, it's true by the way.
They're good guys.
Yeah.
There are people who I try hang around with. My good company.
Yeah.
Majority of them are doctors.
Yeah.
Because
you need to hang out with lawyers.
My lawyer friends have traveled.
No, you need maybe I feel like in every group you need a lawyer, a doctor, a policeman, like you know, a business person, like as a friend, mtu anafanyanga KDF. You know, like you need mwalimu. Yeah.
But the ones we see each other every day, hao ni wale
ni madaktari obviously.
Wale we see each other every day ni madaktari. But like in my original friend group, usually my high school friends.
Yeah.
Kuna KDF, kuna politician, kuna daktari.
Politician.
Tuko.
Okay.
Like a huge community.
That's nice.
We check on each other from time to time, like once a year. You know, like they get together as a high school.
Nice.
Yeah, we have that one.
We've never had the high school yet. You know, I don't know. Maybe I came from a public
Which
school.
Which high school did you go to?
Barani secondary. I started Lamu Girls in Lamu, kisha Barani iko Malindi.
Malindi, okay. My sister went to Malindi.
School gani?
Tawhid.
Tawhid, the famous.
Why is it famous?
No, acha tu hiyo tutaongea yani tukitoa mics.
Yeah.
But it's good. I have a cousin pia amesoma huko. I have cousin who ako huko sai.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
So, one, not all men are dogs.
Okay. I believe in that. Yeah. I have a dad, I have brothers. Yeah.
2, not all men are chauvinists.
Oh.
Some men actually believe in women empowerment.
Okay.
I believe in women empowerment because I have sisters.
Thank you.
I have a mom.
Thank
I
you.
wouldn't want my sister to go through
exactly
as well. Besides, if my woman is empowered, my kids are empowered.
Thank you.
If my woman is empowered, my children automatically are empowered. So not all men are chauvinists. There are some, but I think it's changing.
Yeah.
I think it's changing. The other stereotype about men, I don't know. They're very. Those are the 2 that I can imagine.
Yeah.
Right now. Maybe you add one stereotype about men that is like common.
Mimi.
That's the one thing you always when you hear men you associate with.
Men are trash. Men are dogs. Kuna mwingine aliniambia hii ndo men are trash, lakini kila mwaka tunaendea hizi baby shower. Nani anawapea hao wasichana mimba?
Ni trash tu.
Ni hiyo trash tu na hizo dogs. I feel like there is this stereotype here. Men need to have money.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I am in this generation whereby si lazima uwe na pesa.
Okay.
You know, there is this misconception. Ikiwa mwanaume hauna pesa wewe like you know, like si mwanaume, which is not true, you know? And I feel like your pressure iko sana na nyinyi.
2 ways you can look at it.
Okay.
There's always a financial journey. Hata wewe umekuwa na financial journey.
True.
From when you had nothing.
Wallahi. Like, hey, usiseme.
Kuna mara alikuwa naomba mom 5 bob 10 bob kwenda kubai barafu. Sio? Then kuna mara ukaanza kupata do kidogo.
Za Indomie.
Then kuna ile place unafika, you're self sufficient.
Yeah.
Then kuna ile place unafika, you have more than sufficient. So even as a man or as a guy, you go through these stages with age.
Okay.
Unapata? But before the money comes, you have to have the value. And your selling point, something that is unique to you, you are selling it out there.
True.
Yeah, so if money is not everything, but it makes life easier. That's honest.
Ni kweli. Hiyo sasa nayo ni kweli.
It makes me taking out a girl easier. Like
kusafiri, like things you want to buy, you know?
Yeah.
Mambo mingi. Bana hospitali ukiwa mgonjwa. Sasa utaenda na values minimum kweli. Mimi sijui. Sijaiba. Like who is going to treat you, you know?
No.
Yeah, true.
Money is important for guys. Money is important because you have dependents. As a man, you have dependents. Aside from your own self, you have people who depend on you financially. Your mom depends on you. My 2 younger sisters depend on me.
Hawataki by the way, mimi na big brother wangu mimi sitaki kujua ataiba hata like I don't care. Mimi nampigia oya mimi nataka 100, nataka 1000. And yeye ndo ajipange aniletee.
Yeah, he's going to bring because sometimes even like as a big brother, if you look back over this traditional traditional values, men are usually the ones who bring food to the table, the providers.
Yeah.
So if my sister asks me now for like 1,000, siwezi mkataza. She doesn't have a source of income, she's not working, she's a student. So niambie akuone wewe brother unafanya job lakini hauna do. Wewe daktari na una pesa, ama wewe mgumu na pesa.
Wakili hana pesa. Hatuna pesa. No, what I'm saying is it's okay not having money, you know? Like tuna hii idea like you have to have, you know?
But look for it. It's okay not having it. But it's not okay to be content with not having it as well.
Okay, yeah.
We have to look for it.
Yeah, you have to.
I always say, sina pesa basi ni hivyo umekaa. Sina pesa, okay.
I'm going to look for
it. Yeah. People are going to like you for your effort.
Yeah. True. Effort, by the way.
People are going to like you for your effort. So that's a good stereotype. Lazima pesa.
Lazima, it's a good to you.
To me?
Yeah.
I will not say it's a stereotype. I'll say yes, money is important for a man. Money is very important for a man.
Okay, na build confidence. Enyewe. Kwa Kiswahili kuna msemo yasema when a man doesn't have pesa ni mtihani kwa mke wake. Mwanamume akiwa na pesa ni mtihani kwa yeye. Mwanamume akiwa na pesa anakuwa mwingine kabisa, anabadilisha yule anatoa kwa dustbin kuna kuja mwingine. And you are like tumeanza pamoja. And you are like no, sasa kuna pesa I am, you know.
I'll give a very short example.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mention names who and who.
No worries.
But this couple, they were together for some time. The man didn't have a good job. Hakuna lipa do poa. The wife stood by him.
Imagine.
Few months or few years down the line, this guy gets a very nice job. And then goes and marries a second wife.
Very obvious.
And wakati ulikuwa una do.
Nimekustamilia. You know, that's what I tell girls. Story ya kustamilia mwanamume toa kwa akili. Unamhurumia kama nani yako ni brother yako kwani.
No.
Lakini si ile extreme. Yeah. Because mkipata pesa mnasahau. Sijui like
iko cause kuna apart from hiyo kuna people, men who are lazy.
Yeah.
Men who have the money, who have the effort, they are working for it every day, but it's not coming because
ni risky kabisa.
You know? Whatever you do, hata kama Mungu amekuandikia wewe hautaipita hapa
always.
Unapata. And then kuna wale they have it, it's made them either bad fathers. Na kuna wale they have it, but it's made them even better.
Wallahi.
So it usually depends on the relation between the two.
Ni kama ulivyosema, you need to have values before you have the money. Huwezi pata pesa ndo uanze kutafuta character. Hiyo sasa wewe tutaongea nini hapo?
You can't because if you give me the money before the values, it's all things I have are usually all values, even all forms of respect I'll be having, they are fake and bought. Ni juhum setu kwa dodo kwa mabeshte.
True.
Take us.
Number 7. Number 7. Mimi wajua una mato yangu yana shida.
Okay, what have I done so far to change society perception of a man? One things I'm doing in my life actively right now. I work out.
Mashallah.
I help around the...
Mimi mbona nimejaribu hizo vitu zimeniti.
I work out on a minimum of like 4 days a week, minimum.
Okay.
I cook for my own self.
Mashallah.
And I've started a podcast called Laughing Lapcoat, basically to make people more aware of their health, what health is like from the inside.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it's like to be a lawyer from the inside.
True.
You know, and that's why you came up with this Instagram Hindu and other stories to tell us like about yourself, what you do, what's it like inside the law. What if I want to have a young sister who wants to do law?
Yeah.
She's gonna see Hindu's experiences. So once I started this podcast, it's majorly for the people, for the young ones below me.
Okay.
For people to learn about conditions currently.
Okay.
For people to learn about their rights in healthcare.
Okay.
Well, how it's like in hospitals. How are they supposed to be treated? The cost of being treated.
Okay.
What if you are being treated for something wrong? So I want everyone to like know. It's not. You don't want. It's already happening. Inshallah.
No, it is happening. I'm telling you. I watch either contraceptives.
Yeah.
It's good information. A lot of women don't know those options. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, healthcare is not your doctor's responsibility.
Okay.
Your health is your own responsibility.
True.
You should know what condition you're having, how it's supposed to be treated, how to follow it up, and all those. Like, it's your responsibility.
True.
So that's basically what I'm trying to change in terms of perspective.
That's nice.
I think that's the main reason I created.
Like I feel like the other thing you are trying to change ambao haujui. Let me tell you, you've shown that easy white collar jobs kama daktari, you know, like people perceive daktari only in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, bringing it kwa lab coat. It's the Laughing Lab Coat. By the way, guys, go subscribe on their YouTube channel and listen to their amazing Izo. Anyway, yeah. So I like it that umeonesha kuwa as millennials, I feel like hiyo ni yetu.
Yeah.
Tumetoa ile just offices.
Yeah.
Tumeleta this other perspective, mtu aweze kurelate na wewe in tuseme a podcast, hiyo YouTube nini, mtu ameweza kuconnect na wewe zaidi kushinda hospitali. Sasa tuseme wewe uko na hospitali, how many times does someone go to the hospital? Not very much, you know. Lakini nikiona podcast, I kind of relate. You know, I'm like, okay. You know, like, so HIV na diabetes, kumekuwa na HIV ni better kushinda hiyo sema ulifanya ile.
Ulifanya hiyo. But basically that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Also another thing that in my head I'm trying to change is to professionals like us, especially the young professionals. Is your profession is not you're not a slave to your profession.
Thank you. Hiyo sasa sijui nikuchukua umweleze mamangu.
You're not a slave to your profession.
Yeah.
Your profession is your backup plan.
Thank you.
Is your safe.
Yeah. Safe net yako.
Yeah. But develop other skills.
Thank you.
You can enjoy, do for free. And then get ways you can make from those skills. Yeah. That's one thing I'm trying to change because when I finished internship, the mandatory 1 year by the government of Kenya Ministry of Health is everyone who graduates has to do 1 year supervised. After you finish that, everyone is looking for the employee who are happy. You know, what if I don't get a job that pays me
this amount
at the end of the month?
Yeah.
So you become a slave to salary. You do not have time to build your own. You're only building for someone else. So what I'm trying to do right now is I don't work every day.
Yeah.
If you look at how I've structured my schedule, I have accepted the fact that I'm going to be jobless. Okay. I'm going to work once or 2 times a week. So I work 2 days a week on the medical things only. So 2 days a week I'm in the medical field.
Okay.
The next 2 to 3 days a week I'm in the gym, in the fitness industry, as well as in the kitchen.
Mpishi wetu Chefalimandi.
Chefalimandi lakini
No, but he's really good. I've seen ile ya kuku na viazi through. And then, the trick ya rosemary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one is I'm trying to do podcasting.
Yeah.
So
that's what's up, nakwambia.
So you see, I'm trying to do 3 things at once, but I've sacrificed a monthly salary.
Yeah.
Yes, I do not have like the money my friends are getting now.
Yeah.
But I'm building my own.
For the future.
Yes, but I'm building my own.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we should change. One perspective that should change among us young professionals.
Thank you.
Don't be a slave for someone else.
Yeah.
Be a slave for your own.
Mimi, my boss, ameniambia nini? Ameniambia wewe Hindu, hii law degree unaitreat kama side hustle. She was laughing, tulikuwa tunacheka nikamwambia because atakuja niko hapa, I'm selling books. Watu wamekuja, they are buying books. She's like ni clients, naambia ni wangu hawa. They are buying books. Nauza mafuta, like I have coconut, avocado, sim hair oils. Hapa mara huo kumebadilika kunauzwa mafuta. Mara ni teas. I've invested in tea. By the way, you're gonna go with rose tea. Uenda uangalie kokokoni.
Oh, thank you.
So like hivyo I'm like mambo ya kuketwa ngoja salary au utalia vibaya.
That's one thing you should tell people, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a young person waiting for a salary, itakuweka hiyo mentality itaendelea. Because you're gonna wait for the next one, the next one, the next one.
True.
Baadaye umefika hapo ndo wife wako atakwambia wewe you're not growing, hauna do.
Afadhali tupate YouTube nani bana. Allah.
Inshallah it's gonna come.
Inshallah, amina ya Rabbi.
Who do I talk to when I'm on my lowest? I talk to myself. Okay. I usually have pep talks.
Okay, mitingi.
This called meeting of Swahili.
Meeting, wewe unajiita meeting mkutano.
Okay.
Unajiita.
Yeah, usually I have hizo pep talks najiongelesha tu mwenyewe. But ikienda too much, my brother is there.
Okay. You have a big brother?
I have 2 elder brothers.
Oh, mashallah.
One is outside, one is actually a doctor like me.
Okay.
He is part of the team. I think tumefanya video moja na yeye. He's part of the team of Laughing Lab Coat. Okay. He's actually very supportive.
Mashallah.
And whatever, we are doing this together.
Okay.
My brother is my best friend.
Nice.
So if it goes to the lowest of maximums, I cannot handle anything anymore.
You talk to him at least.
He's actually my roommate.
Oh.
He's my roommate, he's my brother. Not my roommate, like housemate.
Okay.
He's my housemate. He's my brother and my best friend. So
that's nice.
You have to get
Pia ni daktari.
Yeah.
So all sides aspects. He's someone. Yeah.
Na plus ni someone we've grown up together pamoja.
Oh.
High school, apart from high school, primary tumekuwa pamoja. Tulikuwa the only Somali children in
Likoni.
Not Likoni, in Portrees.
Oh.
Like Portrees Magongo mzima.
Yeah, nyinyi wawili majulikana tu wale ndugu.
So that's the person I talk to when I'm on my lowest. But everyone should have someone to talk to.
Yeah. Mimi weirdly, I talk to God.
Actually.
Full stop. Sina mwingine.
But don't you have someone who relates at least to
I had a boss, ameenda Lamu. She aliamua anaendea greener pastures.
Greener pastures Lamu.
So anyway, good for her. Like no bad bloods. But lakini she was the only one I feel like I kind of lowered my walls. Tuongea, we talked about things that really matter. Kisha there is a friend, Mahaz. She's a lawyer, tumesoma pamoja. She also has this perspective of building ourselves kwanza before we go into any other relationships. Sasa somehow we talk about stuff. Lakini when I am really at my low kabisa, mimi nainuka tu tahajjud, I just cried to my Rabb. Hivyo.
That's very nice. Mashallah.
Yeah.
May Allah accept you to Ahmad.
Amina.
Hey, let's cry.
Yeah, ukumbuke.
I remember.
Oh.
I remember. When did I last cry? Yeah. I last cried 2021.
Where?
We had a very serious emotional talk with my mom.
Hey, maskini.
Oh, it was 2021. I think what happened? There was a misunderstanding between my mom and my dad. Oh. Do you remember the story I was telling you of a guy who was Prado? That was my dad.
That was small. But huwa mko hivyo lakini wanaume anyway mmeruhusiwa
sister na kuruhusiwa manini. I think that was my dad's decision. I cannot speak for him.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot say give reasons or defend him or not.
True.
It's his decisions.
Yeah.
It affected my mom and our relationship somehow a bit. So we had a heated argument with my mom, heated conversation with my mom. That's the last time I cried.
Oh.
So I think that bit, but it's my mom, no?
Kawaida.
Yeah, but I don't think it's weakness for guys to cry, but it's weakness if you, as a man, if you cry every other day. Yeah. Are you crying every other day as a man?
Sasa Umar bin al-Khattab is weak.
No, not crying because of deen or religious things.
Okay. Of your own things.
Worldly things. You know, worldly things are not supposed to make you cry. You say maybe this person has done this for against you, you're crying. Boss amekutukana leo, you're crying.
Kevin Dave Chappelle anasema let me not say what Dave Chappelle said. Wacha tuishe.
Very uncensored. Yeah, that guy is very uncensored.
Nisije nikasema hapa video yangu isiende mahali.
Yeah, but crying it's okay to cry as a man.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's you're not less of a man because water came out of your eyes. You know? But if you find yourself it's happening every now and then,
you lose.
Yeah, there is a reason why. Toughen up. Toughen up kidogo, like jiite mkutano. Jiulize what is the cause of your crying. What can you do about it? Look for a solution. And then crying will stop eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Mimi jana maghrib.
That's the last take.
Like I cry, mimi nione hivi I'm a cry baby. Mambo yakizidi nikiona like I've carried too much. I schedule prayer katika hizi 5. I'm like utalia kwenye asri prayer na analia one time when I'm like sijda. Nalia kisha like sijui haifai nafuta matozi pale kisha nainuka. You know Mungu ndo atakayekunijudge. Like I continue with the prayer. Huko kwingine I don't cry. Nitasoma alhamdulillah, niende rukuu, nikifika kwa sijda na kama mtoto nimechapwa.
Now question for you. When you're crying, is the reasons, you know, like if it is basing on that, and the last time I cried was when, like 2 weeks ago. But mine was more of like
overwhelmed.
Not because of things that is happening right now.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I'm a servant and I'm insufficient to my Lord.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I still make these mistakes every day. And
I'm trying to change. Mbona sibadiliki, niko pale. Yeah.
But if it's crying because of something external, then
it's your 2021.
Yeah, but if it's because
internal,
of
no, maybe I cried internal. Internal I cried, but I cried most in 2019.
It was a big year.
Wallahi. You know, it's the year my younger sister was getting married. Sasa the whole family, instead of them believing I am really happy for her, they were having this narrative, hataki aolewe, ndugu yake ataka aolewe. I'm like, you know, like I had to deal with that the whole year. You know, why?
Okay, what was your sister's point of view? How was your sister like?
No, she wanted marriage. I was like, I am for you. Like, but me, like, don't impose my sister's belief kwangu, you know? Like, she has her own dreams. I have my own dreams. You know, by then nilikuwa hata sijamaliza, you know, like I feel underachieved.
Difference yako na sister yako in terms of age ni how many?
5 years. Mimi ni mkubwa wake 5 years.
Okay, so walikuwa nakuweka pressure.
Wananiambia huyu like mdogo wako, you know. I'm like, that's her past, not my past. You know?
Even, you know, in terms of, if you look at it that way, my brother, huyu mwenye nakwambia kila tumeenda na difference yetu ni 1 year 8 months.
Okay.
So there is always that aspect of comparison.
Hey. Usinianzie. I get you.
But
I thought ni Swahili communities too.
Comparison is there.
Okay.
But depends on the relationship you develop with that person.
Yeah.
My brother and I know the comparison is always there.
Okay.
But we tend to like
make
it like very trivial, like okay, so So long as me and my brother okay,
we are game.
We are game, so we don't care about
No, I'm constantly compared to my cousin brother. Tumepishana 42 days. Sasa growing up, I was the notorious kid. My childhood was the best, yani. Like, sikuwa yule mtoto unaeka, ukirudi unanipata pale, ndugu yangu nishachoma nyumba, like that's how I was. Sasa every time nilikuwa nikiambiwa be more of him, kuwa kama yeye. But then in our teenage years, tuka change. Mimi, being a lady, I became shy. I became super shy. Sasa nikawa na withdraw to everything. So which made me nikawa na focused on my studies. Nikawa sasa nasoma. Him sasa akawa na ile uume, rafiki, he started getting into gangs. Sasa yuambiwa yeye be more of him, Sasa him, he couldn't take it like proper, in he kuwa adult sasa, me na yeye, we kind of have like, we eggshell each other. We are not really close, like kuna hiyo frenemy kimpango, cause constantly kama yeye sahi akona wife, akona kid, huwa anaambia angalia mwenzako, na yeye sasa like iko constantly mwangalia mwenzako alisoma kawa lawyer, wewe hiyo ni mbaya. I feel like my kids will never go through that.
Everyone has their own journey. Just compare yourself to yourself.
Exactly.
How was I
full
years
stop
back? Am I happy where I am?
Ama jana nilikuwa vipi na leo ni vipi? Story ya kujitia sijui ujue mtu amelala vipi. Exactly.
You don't know. Hata kama useme you feel like he's doing better than you. To him, you are doing better than
him. It's true. Na wazazi, we are never like enough. We are like ona mwenzako, like we are sasa mimi hiyo, it's one thing. My kids, my nephews, nieces, they will not experience that from me.
That's true. Even my mom used to say as kids, nini watoto mkona kama nini mnatanga vurugu mingi sana kwa nyumba, simkwe kama watoto wa jirani.
Exactly. Ama kelele nasikika tu mimi nikipiga kelele. Hao wengine hawajazaa kwani. Sisi matukano tulikuwa wacha tu.
For the next bit about anxiety. Yes, I still do get anxious up to now.
Haina kustop, haina kuwa hata umekuwa daktari as a doctor, hamuna hiyo insider.
The fact that these things, conditions, doesn't make you immune to them.
They
don't. But one thing it does make you is you feel, because I know about it, it's okay, it's not gonna affect me because I know about it. But in reality it affects us as doctors a lot.
True.
Anxiety, yes, I do have anxiety issues, but like they are not so obvious out there. Put me in a place of public speaking right now, I will speak, but the first 5 minutes before.
Thank you. Hey, utakuwa ni
heartbeat na sweat.
Butterflies.
Yes, the phobia is there. But to say, when you say anxiety, there are very many forms of anxiety. There is societal or social anxiety. There is illness anxiety. There is very generalized anxiety disorder.
Thank you guys, leo tuna daktari.
So when people say just anxiety doesn't mean that one specific
panic. No.
Some people, if you put them in front of a stage, they will not panic.
It's not
like putting a duck taking to water. But put that person in a different other scenario, that person is gonna like go into his shell.
True.
So anxiety comes in different ways. Have I ever been anxious? Do I still get some episodes? Yes. They are human, it's natural. These are sometimes because of hormones. Yes, anxiety is driven by some type of hormones. They are called, as humans we have something called fight or flight reaction to everything. Those ones are regulated by hormones in our nervous system. So those hormones play a part in anxiety, where you feel flushed, unasikia uso umejaa, unakojoa, una sweat, unasikia kukojoa, sometimes unakojolea, sometimes unasikia moyo unagonga. Those are controlled by the hormones.
Okay.
So how do I get myself off those anxious situations? I try calm myself down by not focusing on the people.
Okay.
By ignoring the people, even if uko hapo, I just pretend like you guys are not there. So it's like I put myself in my own world.
Okay.
For like few seconds, and then I'm out of it. Once like the heartbeat comes down, like the flashing of the face stops, I'm like, okay, you're back to normal now.
That's nice.
Yeah. So anxious, yes. Now, sometimes I'm also anxious about illnesses, because there's something called illness anxiety. Example, leo Hindu today, you learn, say you learn about HIV.
Okay.
And then somehow you just go and prick yourself with a pin, and all the time you're worried. That's also part of illness anxiety. When it comes to me in terms of my profession, that's why I deal with anxiety the most, especially just before operations. How will this be? What am I going to find? Is it going to take long? I hope it goes good. Please, for the sake of God, let it not go bad. So I still have this thing. I'm sure, like, if you're given like a huge task to even you as a lawyer, huge task to prepare, on that day of presentation, you become like a bit anxious.
I feel like at Abdul Nasir, the mula pia na get anxious. Everyone is. Yeah.
It's a response. It's a response. It's a reaction by the body. Because everything action that is taken has this reaction.
Yeah, true.
So the body responds to it. It's just how you control it.
Yeah.
So the people who have anxiety disorders, they fail to control that response. That's where anxiety disorder comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sasa si huwa tunaona hiyo tu ndo hiyo anxiety disorder. Watu shai conclude. Unajua siku watu wanakuambia my OCD can never.
Those terms, when people talk like OCD can never, those terms are thrown around very lightly.
Lakini hawajui OCD.
You don't know what real OCD is. If you had if there's this one experiment that we did in psychiatry, so they teach us about these mental health issues around the 50th of uni.
Okay.
And where they start teaching you about what is mental health, when is mental health brought about, what are the common types of mental health conditions, what are the types of normal personalities, other personality traits, personality disorders. So, and then I remember in my 50 year I was going about looking at people, niangalie character yako, niseme ule personality yake ni hivi. So we learned about this OCDs and whatever, schizophrenia, bipolar, depression. You learn all about them. And when people say I'm depressed, sometimes we take that word lightly.
Yeah.
The word depression or the word OCD or the word anxiety. We take those things very lightly. But if you ever to see someone who is genuinely like diagnosed with it, that's when you'll say Alhamdulillah.
I don't, wallahi, it's true. Since we just have an aunt who wako clean kwake, it's like it's different. Like there is no way utakuja wewe usafishe and she finds it clean.
Unajua hiyo part
ya like
OCD kuna na very many types of OCDs. But the most common ones are dirtiness, where you're always counter checking. Those are the two most common ones, dirtiness and counter checking. This person rashika hii meza hivi ama kikombe hivi anasema wash my hands. Like so this person all the time akona sanitizer, mkono wake ni wet. Unapata? So he wants to touch the laptop atashika hivi asema it's wet. So this person, it affects your daily routine.
It does.
Unapata? And then there's the one for checking. All the time you're checking, nimefunga mlango.
Nimetoa flag kwa basi. It's common.
Yeah. So those are the types of
so oh god, me hiyo niko right. Hiyo ya kucheck. Naweza nikashuka paka chini kisha nikasema mimi kweli nilifunga au mlango. Nirudi niangalie.
Well then so it's sometimes it can be so bad. So mpanda umeshuka umefunga. Then unafika pale nje kidogo sijafunga. Uko kwa gari sijafunga.
But mimi wanasema maybe hizi ni mwanzo za dementia.
No, these are episodes. These are episodes are there happen once in a while.
Hiyo ya pasi ndugu yangu mpaka nipige picture. Kuwa nimeitoa otherwise my day will be ruined. I'm like, nilitoa, sikutoa. Wallahi, eh?
So you see, yeah.
Okay.
So if back to the anxiousness.
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay to be anxious. It happens to everyone.
Yeah, by
We
the
just
way.
control it within a
Yeah.
short time. So if it persists, we call it. If the anxiety persists for a long time, we call it an anxiety episode.
Yeah.
If it happened once, happens several times, we call it recurrent.
Okay.
Then later on, if this anxiety is to a point where you
Yeah.
cannot do even anything, or like it prevents you from doing things normally, and then you say you have an anxiety
Ndio
disorder.
soda. Okay. Hiyo sasa ndo saa tuna sisi.
Yeah.
Sisi tunaanza tu hapa mwanzo naambiwa OCD can
Tayari.
never.
Tayari, unaanza tu kidogo tu naambiwa tayari.
Wallahi.
So in the ways of how I make myself less anxious, immediately once this happens, I usually think of my positive things.
Okay.
Immediately that it's like I start feeling, you know,
Yeah.
like before this episode happened, you start feeling it.
Yeah, waisikia inakuja.
Nasikia inakuja. So you intercept that response by positive affirmations for yourself. I've done this before. I can do it. I know everything about it.
Yeah.
You know. Besides, these people are not here to judge me.
Thank you.
You know. So you give yourself those affirmations faster. Breathe regulate my breathing.
Yeah.
And then we go.
Yeah.
So your body
At
gets
least.
used to it. That's it. But for the people who are like severe, sometimes like say like people, especially to people who are like going for like examinations, interviews, like huge major presentations, there are some medications they're given to like
to cool down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some medications they're given like just like around 1 hour, 20 or 2 hours. Sometimes some as early as 20, late as 20 minutes before. Medications they're given, it cools you down, you feel calm.
Seaweed.
Weed actually helps sometimes.
You know, my paper back in uni was legalizing weed yenyewe ile like medical in uni undergrad. Nyinyi sijui if you guys do papers research.
We do dissertations fund.
Yeah. Sasa mine was hiyo like legalizing medical marijuana.
Okay.
My dad, let me tell you a funny story. My dad alikuwa discovered akuna glaucoma.
Yes.
That like very late ni yani hii mwisho tena. So I used to go to afanya operation.
Glaucoma ni nini?
Glaucoma ni pressure ya macho.
Pressure ya macho.
Yeah. Na I know these things. Daktari mdogo Grey anacho minakwambia. Sasa he had it because of sukari, like he was diabetic type 2. Sasa with time for almost 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. Hii 2020 akaanza hiyo glaucoma. Sasa veins za form kwenye macho yake, his vision ikaanza kupotea. So he goes anatolewa hivyo yakaa kama a month, 2 months yuaenda yuatolewa ile cataract. Cataract. Sasa mimi I did a paper in legalizing medical marijuana, and it was proven that marijuana oil helps in glaucoma. Sasa mimi nikamwambia babangu, nikamwambia baba, sikiza nikwambie. Nilipomweleza, and mind you, those who know my dad, he was a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
Nikamwambia baba, sasa sikiza mimi nikueleze. Hii dawa ya kuenda ukirudi wewe mimi sijaiona. Wacha tukutafutilie hizi dawa za Snoop Dogg nikuletee. Akaanza akacheka. Akaniambia leta tunukisha moshi hapa. Wallahi those who met my dad know he was fun yani. Sasa kwa kila akiniona vipi vitu vyetu viko like that's how we used to communicate. Na mimi nikikuletea usiniulize nimetoa wapi. Wewe tutafanya mambo yetu. Sasa those were like the end jokes na yeye.
Mashallah, it looks like a very fun guy. So how did it go? How is
He didn't do it, by the way, sijui kama alifanya peke yake, but with me he didn't.
Okay. Kuna what just to ask, how is the state of marijuana within the Kenyan laws right now?
No,
are there people who are trying to like
legalizing it?
Yeah.
There was I think emotion back in 2016, that's where I picked my your paper from. Back in 2016, they I don't know, there was a senator somewhere, alileta kwa Senate.
Ole the guy Center for Kajiado.
I think nikaja, I'm not sikumbuki, I'm very bad with names.
Akipost kwa andonga nani.
Si Wajakoya, before Wajakoya. Dude, I'm not good with names. Utataja majina yote.
Okay, acha nikwambie ni nani. Nakumbuka conference Bomas. Was it election ikiannouncewa Bomas? Kuna jamaa fulani ODM akapigwa na viti, akapigana.
Oh yeah, that guy.
That guy is the one who I always see his Twitter all the time.
Oh, he's the one. Me, I'm not really a fan of Twitter. Me kwangu ni TikTok.
TikTok, yeah. Twitter.
Yeah. Hey, naogopa.
Nanga wengi huko, wengi huko.
Wacha nipungue, mimi niweko TikTok. Huko sizani. So I picked it from him. Yeye ndo alisema like we need to revise hizi laws. We find cause hii hemp imekuwa used throughout like hizo centuries zote. Wameistopisha wazungu, I think back in 1930s when white women were using it, walikuwa wanataka black men.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I had no idea.
Yeah, sasa that's the thing. Sasa wameona like when they smoke, the white men were not doing the work.
Okay.
They wanted black men.
Okay.
You know, sasa walivyoona hivyo wakaiban. Wakasema like wanawake zetu watazaa watoto wa colored wingi. You know, yeah. So wakaifanya illegal.
Okay.
Sasa from then the other countries wakakubali.
So we're actually living on this big white men feeling inadequate.
Yeah, insecure.
Okay.
Sasa hiyo that's the idea. Because sasa sisi laws tumechukua from the British and somehow kama law hiyo ya we had to adapt. Lakini ukiangalia way back, like people used to do it, you know? Like hata hizi family zetu za Waislamu na and stuff like that, it used to be used kukulisha.
Yes.
Cool down. Kama nyele inatengezwa hair oil yake, like it had a lot of benefits.
Unajua marijuana has two components. Kuna THC na
CBD, yeah.
So the medical part is usually the CBD part.
Yeah.
So the THC bit is the one that makes you high.
Yeah. And
calms if you can use. There have been uses there. I've seen actually papers that talk about use of this in Parkinson's na Alzheimer's diseases that brains are all about Jamaica. It cools the whole brain.
Yeah.
Signals naanza kupelekwa normally. So I think we're still open. I think people the Kenyan government should let us explore this thing for medical purposes. For recreational purposes, people are still using it.
Tuenda Juja, tu harufu ni nyingine kabisa Juja.
I don't know why you are criminalizing it, but almost everywhere you go unaona tu watu.
These days kwanza, sigara hata ni ngumu kuona mtu anavuta.
Yeah, but
siku hizi kila mtu ako tu. Mazee Wangara alifanya kazi. So do you have self-care routines?
Yes, I do.
Hey, shaman who loves himself, jamani.
Everyone should love themselves.
Unangoja kupendwa na nani?
Hautapendwa kama ujipendi.
Kabisa.
Things I love to do about my self-care routine. It's not much though, ni kidogo. I do skincare routine. I do just like my own self-care person.
Okay.
Like debrief, workout, cold therapy, cold hydration.
Ile maji baridi.
Maji baridi. Like the last time nioga na maji moto was 2021. Wow. Somewhere there. Hata kama it's freezing aje.
Maji ni baridi. Me have tried hiyo.
Yeah.
It's good. Nairobi these days ni joto.
It's good, yeah. And then another key thing that I do for my self-care routine is I try to make one routine, stick by it, gives me discipline. So this is how I take care of myself basically is that. Also my food. The food that I eat is part of my self-care routine. I'll tell you, like, just to give you like a breakdown of how food is part of my routine, self-care routine. Whatever you eat generally translates into your output of the human body. So per day I track what I'm eating, and if I deviate from it, I have to pay for it. Let me give you an example. So this morning I wake up and I eat only eggs, only. And then
unashiba kweli.
If I tell you how many eggs I ate,
maybe.
Because sometimes from my fitness journey, as per where my calories are right now, I usually eat around 5 eggs or 6 eggs in the morning. So but it at least keeps my body with healthy cholesterol fat from the eggs and proteins. I have missed the carbohydrate. So somewhere around saa 9 saa 10 or before I go work out, if I get to drink a soda or something that has high sugar or high carbohydrate, I have to do a certain thing in the evening, maybe skip rope.
Umejiwekea hiyo. That's nice.
I will cheat or I will do something against my self-care, but I have to balance it.
Hiyo ni poa.
So it's
that's nice. Then there's me.
You do not have your
self-care.
When you say self-care routine, like for you,
me personally, I have my hair care routine. Oh my god, I stick with it. 2020 everyone had something going through. Mimi nilikata nyele.
Like my sister.
Nilikuwa like
kata mpaka zero.
Exactly. I was done because 2019 I was too obsessed with my hair. Ilikuwa imegrow very good. Nikasema hii obsession ni mbaya. I hate obsession. Mbona sasa niko like ikikatika nyele nalia. You know, I felt like this is not healthy. Nalia mtu ikinikata na kasirikana na wewe. Like, you know, I went too extreme. So nikasema let me just chop it off. Nione like will I still be me without the hair. Nikakata. Alhamdulillah, sahi I did dreadlocks sometimes. Sasa self-care nikafanya ya nyele ya skin mili nishinda. I tried
routine ya kufanya kila siku.
Mimi imenishinda.
That's kitu ni kufanya everything. I think the part where people fail is doing it every day. It's not easy.
Maybe your sunscreen. Like I have a dry face, so nimekuwa advised nisioshe sana uso. So I just use water na hiyo sunscreen. Hizo ndo I think the only routine nafata.
That's still a good routine. It's still something.
Kisha stretching asubuhi.
What's the first thing you do immediately you wake up?
Me, I go to the toilet, I refresh, I nasali, mostly when asubuhi ni time za swala, I pray, kisha nikimaliza kuswali sasa when I listen to Quran, sasa kama mfano tuseme idha wakaati, when I listen to suratul Waqiah, I need to finish hizi stretch zote. You know, hiyo sasa nimejiwekea. Nikisikiza sura hii, I need to like finish arranging na vanini leo. Nimejiwekea hivyo, so it's kinda nilisoma ile Atomic Habit. Ilisema you want to build a habit, put something on it, you know. So Kisha,
I've read that book.
It's really nice in Dr. FT. You read books?
No.
Basi.
I listen more than I read.
Basi haina. Kisha another thing, I go out on dates mimi mwenyewe.
Take yourself.
Ndugu yangu mimi najipenda. That's why I don't entertain mediocre. Like if the level of you loving me is not matching with myself, tafadhali I can love myself, you know. So I take myself out, I try adventure things, kama zip lining, I've tried archery, not really good, lakini tuko hapo at least, you know, sunna. So I like I always, my self-care routine is always trying to make myself better.
That's true. Always trying to make yourself better. That's one thing that I have gained from my self-care routine is I have learned to love the boring. It's boring.
Thank you. Nini hizi routines.
It's boring. but it's very necessary.
Yeah.
So I have learned to love it, and I think this is the one thing that also makes you grow in a different way.
I feel like you need to read your Atomic Habits, because there is this, kuna mtu alikuwa hafanyi hizi treadmills, yuajiekea treadmills, akasema he wants to do tuseme 20 minutes every day kwa treadmill. You know what he did? Alichukua a favorite show, alianza akaeka episode 1. Sasa atakuwa akifanya hiyo treadmill throughout episode 1. Sasa kesho atakuwa haezi miss, because ile episode mahali imeisha, he wants to know what happened. Sasa it's, you know, aka develop exactly.
So it's like you're linking two behaviors.
Yeah, exactly.
You're linking what you like to what you're supposed to do. This is smart
about it, by the way.
Yeah. That can help people to gain.
Atomic Habits, nakwambia, did the trick for me.
Funny enough, I've never...
You are not into books.
I'm into books because reading was a profession. Even for you, in the law, you have to read.
Not really. Siku hizi kuna chat GPT. No, but maybe I develop hii behavior, imagine, after uni.
For real?
Wallahi. My uncle aliniletea kitabu The Prince by Nicole Machiavelli. You listen to Tupac, see?
Yeah.
Si huwa anajitanga Machiavelli. Yeah. So the name comes from that guy.
Okay.
He wrote very beautiful gems kuambia the young prince how to handle a kingdom.
Okay.
So from there sasa like nikarelate, nikasema kama mimi sasa handling my own life sasa after uni. You know?
Yeah.
So nikapenda, ndo from there I started reading.
Well, for me, I'm a listener.
Okay, that's nice.
I listen more than anything.
You should listen to your best. Atomic Habits.
The current things podcast I'm listening to right now, the ones that help me with self-growth, the first one is Art of Manliness.
Okay.
Then there is Hard Talk.
No, you're tiny to me.
Art of Manliness, Hard Talk.
Okay.
Some guy called Andrew Huberman. This is more of like sports and medicine and fitness and all. And then Think Fast and Talk Smart.
Yeah, that's a book. There's a book called Think Fast and Talk Smart.
That's a book.
There is, I think.
Then I just listen to their podcast, All in the Mind, Life Less Ordinary, Crowd Science, and then Marketing Podcast. And then the Alpha Male Podcast, but yours is
Naile the Din something.
No.
There's that Somali girls wako na hiyo.
The digital system.
Yeah, the digital system.
I've never listened to that.
I listened to ile
the one that trended at one point. What was it about?
It was about a mother. Safiri, she used to be in, I think, the Middle East. Kisha akatoka akaja US. US, sijui ni Canada. Mimi ndugu yangu, I can't. But I know the story. Yeah, so like the father still remained in Abu Dhabi. I think it was Abu Dhabi. Wao wakaenda huku US. Sasa, you know, the culture shock.
Yeah.
Huku Waislamu hawapendwi. It was those days.
Yeah.
Waislamu or blacks, nini. They were Somalis. Sasa wamekaa huku, the mom started having depression. Lakini she used to show up for her friends. You know how people hide depression.
Yeah.
Alikuwa yuko hivyo, but akirudi nyumbani she felt empty. You know? Sasa wakaanza kuita maustadhi, waanze kumsomea na nini. Kitu kama hivyo ikaendelea like she was adjusting, lakini it's not the life she wanted, you know. Kisha kaka with time akaenda akajirusha.
Okay.
Like the mama akajirusha. Akawa yuko kwa ICU akina kutolea mimi nimeanza kusisimka. Akaenda kukaa kwa ICU for like 2 weeks. Yani hakufa after kujirusha, like akakaa 2 weeks. Asema people from everywhere wakaanza kuja nini. Sasa akaenda akakufa with a stomach infection. Not hiyo kujirusha. Akakufa kwa ajili ya stomach infection. Kisha akasema ustadhi akawaambia it's good hakufa kwa ajili ya the suicide. Because you know we are Muslim, we believe that ukicommit suicide hiyo ni another punishment in the afterlife. So ni kama Mwenyezi Mungu amemchukua, because wallahi you should listen to it.
Kuna kitu moja important yenye nimesikia kutoka kwako. The suicide and Islamic ruling on suicide. If it's hard for us to say about it, like what I don't know, you know. Once the Quran says is cannot be changed.
Yeah.
But one thing I can tell you is, I think God is very forgiving.
Wallahi.
If someone dies of suicide, there is a reason why. For me, it's brevity on its own way. Because have you ever been in the mind of a depressed person? Imagine, just to give there some few clips are usually online on YouTube. They usually put you in the perspective of someone who has that disorder. So you're depressed. Put your picture this: you're depressed, you're alone, you're in a room, everything you're seeing is dark. There is one voice in your head that is all the time telling you into jump.
True.
Jump. Okay? Are you not going to listen to that voice?
You will. True.
You know what? So I don't know. It's not fair. It's not fair for people to say, I have done suicide, he's going to go to hell.
Yeah.
You've not been in that head.
Hatuna register ya heaven na hell.
Hatuna.
Exactly.
You've not been in that head. I think mental health and Islam is one thing that needs to be also discussed broadly. Because schizophrenia, where mtu ni wazimu, like mwenye anatembea nje, uchi, unapata, your depression, yes, Quran will help you, but you still need some medication.
Yeah, you need help. Wallahi, you need help.
Yeah, so mental health and Islam is like a whole topic on its own.
There is a doctor
you can't
called...
finish it.
Yeah, aitwa Dr. Rania.
Okay.
I'll send you her YouTube.
Okay.
She is a psychologist, ambao ni Muislamu.
Okay.
And she has stressed mental health time ya Baghdad, time ya kina Rumi na okay, you don't read. Like way back 16 ama 15,000 huko 1500s. Hizo times ambao when Islam was at its peak, akaeleza kuwa there were some vitabu amesoma kuwa they had a hospital ambao ilikuwa ikitreat people in mental health, ambao hizo aspect ndo what is used now in the Western world. Wow. Akasema so Islam didn't really, you know, ilikuwa sikuwa acha uone Uislamu ya push away these things. It used to be freely talked upon. Yani kulikuwa na madaktari, a whole hospital was dedicated only for mental health.
Wow, mashallah.
You know?
And I think I should go back and visit my history, Islamic history in terms of health.
I'll send you your Dr. Rania.
Thank you. I really appreciate that one.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that one because mental health,
it's hard. Mimi I had a friend 20 hizo times. Ilikuwa hiyo ndo constant thing iko kwa brain yake. And then she went, wajua ile budget ya Mombasa, there is budget supermarket. Akaenda akaona zile red cards. Sasa red card moja ni 15 bob. Sasa amesimama ameniambia Hindu, the only thing I was contemplating was, imagine nikitoa 50 bob ninunue 3, like si ndo zitaniua. Akajiambia akasema hata life yangu is not even worth 50 bob. Yani you know like you know, natoa 50 bob bado narudishiwa change kwenda kujiua. You know like she alinieleza in that way. So mimi like someone akiniambia kuna hizi suicidal thoughts, like I really believe, like I feel like mtu akikwambia they are not going to do it. Wale ambao hawasemi no, they like huwa wanaenda with the
yeah. It happened to me. Imagine it was my first day in internship, a job, first week of job, and then my supervisor committed suicide. Like ule mtu alikuja akaniambia karibu, and then I remember I was working in the maternity department. Akaniambia hapa ndio siwe kama mama, this is how we examine them. 1 week later she committed suicide.
Yeah,
it was a very tough time. Alafu najua again, one thing is, once you are labeled, the stigma is so bad, and like once you are labeled, say just to give you a perspective, say you're diagnosed with depression, what are people gonna call you? The depressed lawyer. Who's gonna want to work with you?
No one. It's true.
It's compounding on more.
Ni vitu ni more.
Yeah.
Na kutoka from that hole, mimi nakwambia 2019 I thought was my worst year. I thought I was depressed. Apparently rock bottom iko na 3 floors underneath. Like wewe umefikiri hapa ndo mwisho. Kumbe kuna 3 floor na kwamba nilikuwa nikiwa dragged tu. Like I'm going nasema inaisha wapi? You know? Like well, we need to have another one ya mental health. True. I feel like tumeongelea hiyo more.
It's interesting. You can never stop.
Yeah.
You can never stop talking about it. So let's move on to the other.
Sports. Tuende kwa usiniambia ni mtu wa ball.
To love ball.
Football.
Yeah.
Timu gani?
Man City.
Nimeona utaniambia Manchester. Nilikuwa nakwambia toa speaker yangu uende zako tafadhali. Man City, but this time kikombe ni yetu, unajua? Yeah. Sisi ni wa Arsenal.
Hatujaanza kucheza poa bado.
Nakwambia game ni yetu.
Hatujaanza kucheza poa bado. Sila sasa mlianza hivi na moto.
This time tunaenda
na. This time mlianza na moto. Imagine players wetu hawajarudi, Kevin hawajarudi, KDB.
Lakini KDB ni mgonjwa every time. Nyinyi mko na Haaland juzi na tukawafunga.
Ona Rodri.
Tuliwafunga na Haaland.
Deflection bahati.
Tuliwafunga.
Sawa, lakini imagine tumewashinda 13 na row. Tukashinda 14.
Lakini wajua raha ni kukomboa kushinda kufunga. You know that? Ama you didn't know? Raha ni kukomboa bana.
Hiyo tutapatana next game.
Inshallah tutawashughulikia vizuri.
Tukiwa na mnakuja kwetu na tutakuwa na full squad.
So sports ni football.
Ni upenda football na martial art.
Nyingi na Khalid. Habib, yeah.
Hata leo kuna today is 20th. Tomorrow on 21st kuna some huge fight coming up.
Okay.
Kuna boyfriend anaitwa Islam Makachev.
Yeah, I know him from Russia.
Yeah, na Jamaito Volkanovski, some Australian who is good. And then I think they wanna watch most ni Kamaru Usman na Antonani Hamzat Chimaev. It's happening tomorrow night.
Eish.
Unapenda
watu wakipigana.
No, see I'm not really. No, but it's for their form of athleticism, discipline and dedication. One of my side hustles is I work as a doctor for athletes.
Wow.
So one of the athletes I have worked with is African Muay Thai champion.
Okay.
He's doing he switched to boxing right now. His name is Martin Achebi. Very good athlete. So kuna mara tulienda training session pamoja. Nilimwona akiwa na workout. The things he does, they were like nilisema wewe
ni beast yani.
Beast yani ni mtu amededicate his entire life.
Ameshinda KDF.
Hapo tu.
Ama wanacheza level moja.
I think because these people sometimes they can go because imagine you're waking up unakimbia like 10 kilometers, you come, you work out kuanzia 6 in the morning, unatoka saa 7 mchana. Saa 7 in the afternoon.
Mimi nikishikilia hiyo si nitakuwa model.
So no, these people they dedicate. What I love is the dedication, the discipline.
True.
That's why I love the martial arts. You can discipline ingine moto.
By the way.
Because kama tuseme also it gives you like
wajua kuna there's I don't know, there's a Russian mchawi. You've heard of her? The mwingine mchawi nyele zake straight amesema ni ngumu kupata athletes katika hii kufanya uchawi. Asema athletes wako very aware of their mind. Yani like ukitaka kuwafanyia anything huwa hauwapati.
Let me tell you how the awareness comes. Because I tried to work out with this guy, tried to see with the brain. So the coach anakuambia Ilyas unachukua kamba unaruka 20 minutes consistently. So unaruka first 3 minutes uchovu inaanza. Then your head is like telling you to stop but you don't want to stop. So you start fighting against your own head. You enter into a space where it's you versus
against you.
So you do that until umefikisha hiyo 20 minutes. If you fikisha 20 minutes you have won a battle.
True.
So you do that and then the one which I used to hate the most was when akituambia trampoline.
Ile kurukaru
40 minutes.
Ni exercise.
Jasho inatoka mpaka inapita chini ya trampoline na kukutana kwa floor. Misuli unasikia imekanda huku umechoka.
Kumbe si game ile. Watu wanafanyanga exercise with it.
Okay. Yeah, kwanza alafu inakufanya on toes all the time because these boxers are supposed to be on toes all the time.
By the way.
So it's like a mental. So imagine sasa ile
build mental.
Umeshachoka, body imechoka,
but you are still there.
Unaruka. You are going to. Mama. So this will mentally they build.
Yeah.
I think once you like as a man want everything. One thing I always tell all men, enter some form of martial arts. It's gonna give you discipline.
True.
It's gonna make you like do things you never thought you would do.
Pia nagile ka confidence.
Nakupea confidence.
Ya kirongo. Niliona mimi mtu wa gym yuko hivi amejifurisha ati amesimama trailer inakuja ameiangalia ile trailer. Sasa unataka kuifanya nini trailer?
That's true.
Nikasema sasa hizi ni gani?
That's true. So yeah, I love sports. I've been an athlete from childhood.
Mashallah.
From childhood I've loved. Nimekuwa nikiswim. Checking ile Likoni ferry. Nilikuwa tunaishi hapo tu Shelly hapo.
Shelly.
Nilikuwa tunaishi ferry ni hii hapa ukizonga kando hivi kidogo huko ni kwetu. Pale Mama Ngina Drive opposite Florida opposite. Kuna zile manyumba watu huona hapo kwetu.
Oh, nice.
So ile maji ilikuwa ikipotea asubuhi sometimes maji inapotea na kwa kidogo hivi. Tunafutana na my boys vijana mtaani tunaswim hivi. Tuna relax inside tunarudi hivi.
Nice.
So athleticism has been there.
Ya kuoga yenyewe ukiwa ni wa coast hiyo like ni kama ni lazima
but that's one thing I have loved about living in coast. That unajifundisha kuogelea.
Sisi pia tulikuwa tukirushwa Lamu. Ndugu yangu my uncle alikuwa anakuchukua katikati ya bahari unarushwa ujitetee. Ujitetee wewe mwenyewe. Hana time ya kukaa sijui the right hand the left unaekwa jitetee kuona utatoka vipi.
That is how you learn.
Mimi kuswim yangu till 2020 was survival mode.
Okay.
You know, like kuswim kuenjoy it wasn't there. Mimi watu wote everyone is like huyu atoka Lamu lakini ukiniona ni ile kustruggle kusurvive. Ushaona cause hiyo ndo nilivyo grow up. But then 2020 cause I still had hiyo phobia ya bahari. Imagine natoka Lamu na I had that. Anyway, nikaenda 2020 there was a program kufundisha wasichana kuoga, wasichana wa mama. I took it 2020 kila mtu alikuwa hapo tu nyumbani. And alhamdulillah say like I can do it to enjoy, you know?
Because ukiangalia why sports even you know right now swimming is actually measured to be part of intelligence. If you didn't know, like now for your intelligent people, for you to be classified as an intelligent person,
IQ yako ikiwa iko strong, you need to know swim.
Yes, do you know how to swim?
Okay.
Because see, everyone like you have your own goal. That you want to live in a very nice house. You want to have a fireplace in your house. You want to have a garden. You want to have a swimming pool, a small bathtub.
Sasa umeingia kwa brain yangu umeanza ku.
Sidio. If you look at it this way, Mungu akijalia you get all that. Okay? And then you get a baby ingie kwa
maji.
Mtoto aje you don't know how to swim.
Yeah, it's true.
So sports all forms like the basic ones.
Na wajua ni soon na kujua kuoga. Hata archery. That's why I'm learning.
Yeah, archery. I've never done that.
Oh, it's nice.
It's nice.
Try Ngong Hills.
Okay. I've never done that. Probably I'll look into it. But personally for me, I can say like I have my milestones of I can run this number of kilometers in this minute. I can lift this amount of weight.
Okay.
I can do this amount of swimming.
Skipping. Nimeona ukifanya skipping ropes.
I can do this amount. Like basically like
unaweza juggle.
Foundation wise I'm okay. Just have a good foundation.
Ukiitwa na Man City kuchezea ball uko sawa.
Ndio liquid ball. Liquid ball though.
No, as in ukiitwa any other sports cause ile core muscles zako ziko sawa.
Ziko sawa.
Ni easy to adjust with the sports.
Yeah. So that's true. Once you have the foundation it's easy to adjust to anything. So sports in men is key. Even if you are doing other type of
V2,
you need time for your own body because these sports they make your body.
As be a watch too. kucheza, yani mmesikia. Sio umekaa tu unasema huyu Kevin De Bruyne anafanya nini? Wewe nenda ufanye wewe sasa tukuone. Okay.
Now this one is one very interesting one. Yeah.
Hii ni topic of its own, yani, you know?
Number 14, see.
But anyway,
let me start with the one which is thrown around mostly, misogyny.
Okay.
Because I have not paid much. Nikiona ngata posts za feminism or people trying to bring, I just
scroll. Yeah.
But the ones for misogyny I usually try to look at because it's even if say maybe I don't know, you know, we are at the end of the day we are people who are brought up in African traditional values.
Yeah.
If there are still those values that men are like this, men are like that, women are like this, women are like that. We were told that from childhood. Yeah, those things we have grown up with them. So what do I understand misogyny to be right now? Is a man who is not secure of himself.
Oh.
Okay? Because if you're secure as a man, nothing will affect you.
Thank you.
So if I am secure about myself, whatever you try to tell me,
like I never thought of it like that. Sorry.
So misogyny comes from a man who is not secure of himself.
Okay.
Misogyny comes from to a man who is not, how can I say, willing to be accountable, willing to undergo pain, willing to undergo hard work.
Yeah.
And misogyny is also men who are not loving. Is in men who are not loving. Me, if I see a man who is doing the following, a man who is very good to his kids, very good to his wife, I'm not going to say you're a weak man.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you're a strong man.
Thank you.
If I see a man who is cooking for his wife, his kids, you're a strong man. You choosing to pick up responsibilities that are in your own household does not make you less of a man. So in my view of misogyny, I think that's what people who are not able, and also a man who is able to check his emotions. Yeah, that's what I think you can associate with this. But other than that, I know there are very many ways people can look at misogyny in art, but that is how I look at it. So I don't know, what do you think about this misogyny? What is it like? How from a female point of view?
From a female point of view, mimi naona misogyny ni kama a way men who are, they use their muscles instead of their brains. You know, like kutuonesha kuwa they are stronger than us. You know, like sasa kama mwanaume useme mke wako akikukosea you beat her, you know, like siwezi kukupiga mimi. The least nitafanya nitakutukana. You know? Sasa wewe unipige, you know, it's like you've gone to that aspect kunionesha mimi I am weak. You know? And I feel like no one wants your relationship kuwa you feel weak. Na it shouldn't be ati your husband na wife, hata your brother. Akianza kukuinulia mkono akupige, you know, there is no
actually shows the weakness of his side. Exactly. Because this is someone who cannot control his emotions. There's something that is one of the guys in the KDF, one of my friends, his name is Yusuf Ali Omar. We were in the same high school together, and now he's a cadet and lieutenant in the KDF. So Yusuf tells me in the army, they drill you to a point whereby they make you not fear anything. Like make you as strong as possible, but they make you in control of those strengths that you have.
Okay, that's good, Basi.
So a weak man comes whereby this man, he's never in control of his strengths, his weaknesses. So a misogynistic man is a man who will let his weak points be overshadowed. His weak points overshadow the strong points. And then he's gonna act on his weak points. He acts daily with his weak point mentality. So I think that's how misogyny comes from there. But if you find a man who is, say, like has seen all the tough things on this earth, has seen all the emotions, now is known bado ametulia, his reactions are never all the time haraka, acting on emotions, I think that's a strong
nice.
one. So that's my view on that.
Maybe my view on feminism, I feel like as a Muslim, like I have to say it out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, personally, Mimi, I've told you, I grew up with men around me.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout my life, men around me have taken their responsibilities 100%. Mm-hmm. Like my dad, kitu ambao anafaa afanye as a father amenifanyia. Mm-hmm. My brothers, kitu ambao anafaa afanye ananifanyia. You know, I used to go to Uganda. Mm-hmm. I carry my own luggage. Mm-hmm. I was that girl. Mm-hmm. Hata there was a time, there was a guy in the picture. Mm-hmm. He came, alikuja kunipick from school. Mm-hmm. Sasa mimi nimebeba bag zangu. A friend of mine is like, hey, wewe so mwachie huyu akubebe. You know, like she had to remind me, achia huyu akubebe. I'm like, you know. So but when I am around my brothers, mimi ni princess. Yeah. Like I don't carry my bags, I don't throw trash nyumbani. You know, so somehow I feel like feminism doesn't apply to me because at the end of the day mimi naona kupikia ndugu zangu wa kiume who do their part, you know, like it's not a burden kwangu. It's not something nasema mbona ni mimi tu napika, though huwa nasema but wasikubali, but like deep down they know they can come to me waniambia ndo nimemiss chapati na maharagwe. Yeah. And I make it through. Ama mtu anikujia aniambie my friends are coming, do something. Imagine I can do all that kisha nifungiwe room nisitoki. You know, like, and I am okay with that. Okay, the room has zile master bedroom, huwa kuna choo, chakula nitaletewa huko cause the whole house huwa ni boys tu. Huwa wananiambia tu wewe bakia tu huku ndani, huwa there is that, huwa hawataki hiyo friction. Sasa like I can cook all that na sisikii mbaya, you know, cause when I need someone to bail me out, they are rare. Yani they are always there, readily available, wako ready to help, you know. So personally I'll say feminism, I feel like they've kind of gone a bit too far sahi. I believe in wanawake kusomeshwa, kufanya kazi and all that, but I feel like ukianza kujikwetu wewe na mwanamume we are all the same. Like we are not, wewe unaweza toka hapo umevua shati kwa raha zako. You know, mimi siwezi. I'll cause accidents ngapi, you know? Like a lot of things will happen. Yeah. Unlike you, Shauna. So, like I don't believe in the notion that men and women are the same.
True.
Yeah,
True.
and we deserve the same treatment. No.
This very smart man. I don't know his name, but he's Dr. Salman. The doctor that he has a PhD, not like the medical doctor.
Yeah, madaktari na kusema hiyo. Ni sawa.
But he's a very smart man, and he usually talks mostly between the humanitarian differences between the Western and the Islamic world. Okay. The terrorist actions of the Israeli state right now against the Muslim world and the Palestinians specifically. Okay. So he also talks about lifestyles and culture. And moving agendas like feminism and how Islam views feminism and how Western world views feminism. If I'm to talk about feminism from how I understand it, I talk about it in two ways. Okay. The Islamic way and the traditional way. Yeah. I'll start with the traditional way. In the traditional way, in my experience, how my mom and dad taught me, the heavy things, the heavy lifting around the house, all the hard manual jobs, the boys.
Thank you. That's it. Full stop. Ni mukiweko, lakini kiwamuko we do it.
Yeah.
Mukiweko, I am never touching it.
My sister's never touched anything huge or like do. Because we used to have kuna shamba. My sister's never went to lima that shamba.
Nalima na Ilyas.
Tukiwa kitu nahitaji kufanywa ama unafaa kuendea kitu fulani town fulani ama unafaa kuendea tao because even my mom used to own a restaurant and then she needed gunia viazi from Kongowea. She'll send my sister from Likoni to Kongowea. No,
unaendea
it's me to go. I used to complain mbona ni mimi pekee
but soon you
understand. So feminism now came to my understanding was the women are like gems. They need to be protected more. Okay. in that if this person should not be sent for, number one, tasks that she can be able to handle, but there are a lot of risks
involved.
So just give an example. Today, Hindu, you have I have been sent to go and buy, say, like 100 kgs of viazi madifly. Huko pale nenda kuna wale watu wanasukumana easily unaweza gongo ukavunjika ama ukasukumwa ikafanywa hii, ama this guy is gang up on you. Unaona? It's like and then they cannot defend yourself. Guys gang up on you. Unapata? So the harder jobs, or the ones that require more effort, more energy, yes, the women can do it, because my mom did it when I was not there. My mom, when I went back to high school, my mom alikuwa anaziendea hizo mwenyewe. But when she's there, I can help out, ease the burden off you, give you time to focus on other things that also I cannot do. Example, so if I go and buy this viazi, who's gonna make the fries?
Your sister. To the complaint, but we'll make.
But tomorrow to message at the end of the day. So feminism, the one that is going on right now, I
feel like we may push too hard.
If you ask me if I would want to stay in the house every day and my wife goes to work, see, if you given the option of you going every day, working, saying yes to someone, being to kupatiwa kazi na boss, kupeleka huku na kule. At the end of the day, how
well, umefungua a whole other topic. We are going to host you again.
How feminism came about from USA was, number one, in the World War, once this happened, once the World Wars were happening and the soldiers were traveling, the women started doing more jobs. So once the guys came back, found the women doing their jobs, and the women actually were like, yeah, okay, you can handle this. And then the government was like, the women actually working, more tax for us.
True, Neo. Agenda ilikuwa ni
more tax for us, let the women work. By me, my woman or my sisters or the women around my life working, please work. You want your own things, do. I will never ever stop you from doing it. It's actually more beneficial to me if my wife has her own source of income and her own things. Because I know if I died, my kids are in good hands. They won't have to beg, they won't have to suffer.
Na ile kila siku sina nini
so feminism right now has a lot of ways you can look at it. But mine, I still choose to stick to the Islamic ones and the ones my mom taught me. Good thing is the Somali in me was so diluted culturally, in that my dad used to tell my sisters, like, whatever these boys are doing, you guys can do as well. Not necessarily does it mean you have to go and play ball like that. No. But the same amount of effort they're putting in whatever they like,
you can do it the same.
You can do it the same.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's how my dad, because my dad and my mom helped me shape. They have shaped a lot of my thinking in a very big way. In that my dad is not a chauvinist.
Oh, that's good.
My dad is not a chauvinist at all. Kuosha vyombo nyumbani, my sisters wakiwa wamekaa hapo, he tell me enda uoshe vyombo.
That's nice.
Like wakiwa hapo, he tell me you are the one who's on kitchen duty today. Sometimes like uende uoshe vyombo, hakuna msichana anaingia jikoni, lazima hata appreciate. Unapata? So how you brought up
affects your views on mambo ya feminism na misogyny.
But I have friends who are like super chauvinistic.
Imagine.
Like, maybe this can be here.
Maybe I have my a brother anajua kupika. He knows how to cook. He's like, sinimeoa. I'm like, he's like, sasa I'm like, wewe. Like, sasa mimi ni sinimeoa. Sasa nimeoa. Difference yangu na kuwa bachelor ni gani? I'm like, ona huyu. And tulivyokuwa tukiishi mimi na yeye, because there was a time tulikuwa ni mimi na yeye tu na my dad, lakini babangu alikuwa anasafiri akija hivyo. Siku nyingine mimi naambia mimi leo sipiki. A whole week nitakuwa sipiki. I'm like, I'm not in the mood ya kitchen. Na he cooks everything. Lakini kuoa imembadili. Anataka kusaviwa.
It's like your responsibility ya kukua the home responsibility
ameachia the wife.
That's one thing again me in my life I don't want to do. The home responsibility is mine as well.
Lakini hiyo ndugu yangu unajua Chris Brown akwambia you can't even get in. Like, okay, they tuseme there is a party going on. Sisi tuko hapa nje. We can't say nita act aje party nikiwa sijaingia. You know these things. Yani I feel like usijiwekee sana hiyo because ukiingia you never know how things will be.
Yeah, but you dictate how they be.
Oh, okay.
Because the people who I see, one of my mentors, one of my doctor mentors, especially in the online space, Dr. Rain.
Okay.
I look at his lifestyle. He's a doctor. He's a pediatrician.
Ni watoto hiyo.
Yeah. He's a hip hop artist. He's an influencer.
Thank you.
He's a father who cooks for his kid, for his wife. I see every day. I'm like, why I cannot do that?
Thank you.
So I'm seeing his life is structured in, he has days for hospitality, days for family. Yes, like it's the kind of life I want.
Okay.
So it's the kind of life I want. So hopefully I can get it.
Inshallah, Taipata. Inshallah, I pray for you now.
Thank you. Is there anything I want to know about women? I want to know the thought process of women. Thought process when they're trying to choose a suitable partner. What is your thought process like? Because this is coming from one thing, yeah. The feminism, misogyny, men are trash, men are dogs.
Yeah.
It's someone said it because before you have a kid with that man, you already see his potentials of him being a dog.
Yeah.
Why are you going for a dog?
Mbona wewe uliona huyu akibweka? Kisha still you had a baby with him. Kisha kianza ku act up, anza kutuambia hivyo. Wewe kana jibu lako.
So so that's the one thing I want to know about women is like sometimes you clearly see that this person is not person building this with, but you still go ahead and choose to do this. Also, one other thing, are there any situations whereby women choose to deal with logic over
emotion? Yeah.
And
that's good.
Which times as a man am I supposed to know when to be logical with her or when to be emotional with her?
Wow. Hey, umekuja with the big guns.
Big guns, like, you know, yes, I have issues like balancing between logic and emotions. 90% of the time I'm on logic.
Oh. Okay.
So when it reaches time to deal with emotions, I'm like, can we just skip that part, please? Like, to say tuko sawa, turuke emotions.
Okay.
But emotions, I'm coming to understand emotions are very important.
Very on the important. Women's side. Yeah.
Very important.
Very tender.
So things to know.
Okay, you umeniuliza 3 questions. One, our thinking process.
Yeah.
Your thought. You mostly went for the how to afikiria a man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tell you something I've believed. I can never say siwezi kuwa na huyu.
Okay.
Like hiyo nimetoa kwa brain. Because
Okay.
I used to have, I am really sorry short people wallahi nisameheni, but I used to have the idea I can never be with a short guy.
Okay.
You know, let's say I can never be with this tribe. This tribe, you know. But then I as kukua, I've seen I am more into someone's personality, because at the end of the day ile love inapotea. Wasikudanganya ati forever and ever. Ndugu yangu ipe tu 2 years inaisha yote. You know? So like I felt like it's more on the personality and effort. You know, when a guy shows effort, msichana, even if hauko kwa list yake, like let's say anataka mwanamume hivi, wewe uone wasichana wazuri wako na wanaume very questionable, yani ukiwaona you are like, sasa wewe walipatana aje? Alimwambia nini akamchukua, you know? But then I feel like the effort, as a guy ukionesha effort, hiyo ushapata msichana yoyote na human.
Okay.
Yeah, humor, I've seen humor in a work like crossover. For Muslims, you have to have a beard. For Muslims, like kuna some condition, but I feel like we can't say siwezi kuwa na huyu. Like there's no, as women hiyo, as men, najua men, kama mfano tuseme you like someone, like what attracts you, you know, ile aya imesema fankihuma toba lakum minan nisai. Oweni, like go marry what attracts, what you get attracted to in women. Because Mwenyezi Mungu anajua different men like different things on women. Kuna wengine wanapenda macho. Kuna mwingine hata kama macho yako imefungika yeye anapenda nyusi. Mwingine anapenda, you know, like different things. Sasa for a man it's very rare to give up hiyo. You know, it's very rare. Hata msichana awe mzuri aje, like ikiwa tuseme you like pineapples and she's a peach, the ripest peach in the world, but you are not into peaches, you know, like utamchezea umwachi, you know. But for women it's different. For women, mwanamume aiza akawa not the thing anataka, like ukimuuliza mimi niwe na yule siwezi kuwa naye. But then when the man akae chini, a strategize, mimi huyu nitamtia mkononi, he'll do it.
It's possible, majamaa mnasikia.
Yeah. Kisha the logic and the emotion. Mimi personally naeza, but first I need to cry. In whatever logical decision I need to make, I need to cry kwanza, kutoa the emotion.
So the emotions comes first.
Kwanza nashughulikia emotions.
Okay.
Nalia, kama ni kulia, kama ni anything, I need to like inatoka.
Okay.
Ikisha kutoka sasa nakaa najiuliza.
Then is when
najiambia hii ndo wewe pia wewe, lakini hii like hii kweli unaweza kukubali. You know? So naleta logic after nimedeal na emotions. Because to mix the two is very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know one of my pitfalls was I didn't know why, because all my problems, even women problems, I deal with logic.
Hiyo ni mbaya, hiyo
umetukosa. I don't do that, man.
Kisha na hiyo umesema you wanted to know whether to deal with us logically or emotionally. I'll be honest, sometimes when we as women, when we complain, sikuwa tunataka solution. We just want you to complain with us.
Okay.
Sijui umenipata. Mimi nikija kwako nikikwambia mimi niko na kichwa cha niuma. Hiki kichwa umekipata wapi? You know, like sasa sio niambie shika Panadols nikule, sasa mimi nita complain kwa nani? You know, like ile ku complain umeistopisha.
Okay.
You know, like I want you to like complain with me, you know?
So the complaining is like a form of communication.
Exactly, like huyu jirani amefanya makosa, wewe useme basi wacha mimi nenda kaongea na amefanya nini? You know, like get angry kunishinda.
Okay.
You know, that's when I know huyu kweli he got my back.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah. Ananielewa na hata si lazima ati una feel the same. Like I don't know, there is that wanawake wajua wao wanadanganyika haraka. Hii ni one weakness tuko nayo tumejikubali. But that's it. Like if you kisha sometimes mwenyewe ikiwa amekuja waona emotions zimemjaa sana, don't give the logic when yeye ndo amekuapproach.
Okay.
Wewe mpe logic haja kuapproach.
Okay.
Go sasa mueleze ile jana mfano mumeenda through emotion, ni mbaya ni nini, kisha next day when she's at you know her neutral mood, mueleze, mwambie the logical nini ni 1 2 3 ama wewe waonaje, like kisha involve her in the logic.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I never knew about that, by the way. Really about really yes or no, we have straightforward.
Kuno Panadol, kuno I'm like
no.
Yeah.
So, on to the last one. This one I have a very interesting question for you. You as a female Muslim and a lawyer. And a young lawyer after that, what are the challenges you have faced in terms of like career, in terms of religion, in terms of also in the trying to break it, to break even or like break it into this career? What are the biggest challenges you faced?
Biggest you know, there's this Muslim thing that law ni haram.
Yeah.
There was that. So when I finished form 4, I had niliitwa hydrogenic engineering. By the way, I am very good at sciences, very bad at arts.
Okay.
Like kwenye paper zangu, I failed history. I had an A in chemistry, a B+ in biology, a C+ in maths. Like nilipita sciences. Lakini ukiuliza arts, I struggled.
Okay.
Like to be honest.
So how did you land into law?
Law ni passion. Mimi ni mshindani. Nione hivi very mshindani. Siwezi kubali kwetu. Like watu wote tangu ni mdogo, like haya wakili ashafika. You know, like I feel like it was implied. Sasa I had a lecturer back in uni. You know, Uganda tulikuwa na walimu wa Nigeria. Sasa the Nigerian lecturer ndo akaniambia something I didn't know about myself. My brain is science wired. Iko scientifically wired. But mimi nikafanya course ya art. Sasa questions zangu nikijibu, I mostly used to go straight to the point. Is this allowed? It's not. Yani it's not allowed. Reason 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That's how I used to answer. Okay. Sasa mostly nilikuwa nikipata B's. Sipati A's kwenye law. Sasa nikawa najiuliza why can't I get an A?
Okay.
Nikiuliza it was too late, 4th year tena.
Okay.
The lecturer akaniambia wewe brain yako iko sciencely wired, huwa ukijibu it's very rare kuenda. Wajua maloya wewe utatuliza kitu kimoja, sisi tutaenda tuende. So I don't do that. Me I go, umeniuliza hivi najibu hivi, you know. So that was one of the struggle I struggled. I wish, I don't know, I don't want to say na regret the decision nime make, but I had an option kufanya medicine.
Okay.
Nikakataa. Nikasema ni medicine. Nione madamu. Siwezi, you know. But anyway, tungemeet Ishaka by the way. Anyway, nikaacha. I did law. Another struggle ni hiyo, nimesema hiyo ya Muslim na nini. Another thing ni kwa I do content creation.
Okay.
And most men have this idea najieka, najiuza,
okay,
you know. Yeah, and I'm not like for that kabisa. Like I just go there, give, because hata ukiangalia content creation yangu, ikiwa wewe umenipenda kwa content creation, I feel like you have question, yani like for real. Sasa like the things I say, si vitu za kukufanya we attracted.
Si vitu mnasema ati yeye anajieka.
Exactly, you know, like it's sasa hiyo, that's another thing nime struggle. Another thing ni pesa. Kila mtu wakili na hauna shilingi ya wakili. Una struggle, like, you know, like
how, okay, just like a rough estimate. How much do junior lawyers here in Nairobi?
Mimi ngoja nikuchekeshe, last year I was paid 10k.
The whole year?
The whole year, that was my salary. Hii Nairobi. 10k. Hiyo ndo nilikuwa na survive nayo. You know?
Okay.
Like, you know, but then I don't know, I have this aroma that I am nakaa rich. Sijui ni hii rangi nilirithi kwa wazazi, ni hii DNA ya mwili, hata sijui. You know? But sina, you know, sina. So I used to hustle. I used to go to Kikomba, buy shoes, naosha, nauza.
Okay.
Like I did that with my law degree.
Okay.
Mimi niliamua niliweka kando. Nikasema hii sasa pesa inaniletea ni 10k, mimi surely na survive aje. You know, so I struggle with that. Nika struggle pia na hii biashara yangu ya chai.
Okay.
I've started kuuza chai. Hiyo process now kitambo ijibuild mpaka sasa hii iweko hapa.
How many years now?
A year. Tuko a year, but the amount of time nimelia. Ndugu yangu. Nimelia mpaka like
nothing comes easy.
Nothing comes easy. Usione hawa small business owners ukawadharau.
Okay.
That's one thing I'll tell you.
Nothing comes easy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kisha another thing to show men that hii ni kitu na struggle. I'm trying to like be submissive, but pia being independent. Yeah. Because you know you.
How do you find that perfect balance? Are you able to be submissive and be independent at the same time?
No.
It's not possible.
It's ngumu. Wallahi, it's ngumu. Because Mimi, I've always been an alpha.
Okay.
Like, I do my own things. Yeah. Like, I don't care. Nyumbani kutia rangi, nitatia mwenyewe room yangu. Like, you know, I do that for myself. Kisha, like, giving that, like, yote to someone else, like, me kwangu mimi ni ngumu. It's very hard to do it. Which I'm transitioning. Najaribu, najipea tasks, najiambia leo this week jaribu ufanye hii. Kama hiyo ku reach out to people. Mimi I am like I do my things my own. Lakini hii kuwa like nimetoka from my own space, nime reach out to guys kuambia njooni, then I was very persistent. That's not me. Mimi nikiona hii imeenda haikuweza, I'm like nafunga naacha but these days nimejifundisha kuwa not everything is your way or the highway.
Yeah.
Like try to like understand the other person, be diplomat about it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
and that's why politicians make the most money.
Yeah.
Because for them it's not the highway or your way. There's always a middle ground somewhere.
Yeah. So learn. I've learned to ask for help.
Okay.
Yeah. Kisha I've struggled with depression.
Okay.
Another struggle. Here 2019, you remember the story? I country that was me. Okay. I went, wallahi, it was hiyo moment ilikuwa ndo nilikuja kwenye hiyo realization, nikasema yani nikitoa 50 hindu narudishiwa 5 bob. Yani my whole life mimi kuzaliwa nimekuwa mgonjwa, I had cleft, hii ni cleft, ni 1 million in I don't know 1 million babies in the world huwa wako nayo. Nikasema Mwenyezi Mungu amenichoose mimi to have it, just for me to kununua hizi red cards 3 nijiue ni, you know. So like I reconsider so much. Ndio hiyo nikakwambia when I thought hapa nimefika ni depression, kumbe ilikuwa hata like hiyo hata ni sitting room. Nilikuwa sijafika store, you know, ile the darkest room nilikuwa sijaingia. But then I've learned, kisha another struggle is I really do enjoy being single, that I don't allow people to come in my life, which is something pia mimi I want to be a mother, I want to be a wife, but ni ngumu if you don't let people in. Sasa utaoleka na malaika ama na shetani, you know. But I go on dates, I already have a list of red flags.
Okay.
You know, like I'm like huyu ana hivi, ana hivi, like naendea ani kuangalia red flags zao. Siendi kuangalia green flags. I'm like huyu you know. So yeah, it's a struggle wallahi, because we have weeks of ovulation, you have yeah.
Kuangalia hizo red flags. See, I think the best way ni unaangalia hizo red flags uone kama unaweza zitolerate. Ukiona unaweza zitolerate unaenda unasonga nayo. Ukiona hazi toleratiki unaachana nayo. Mi red flag
yangu ingine hata utacheck. Someone being short, mimi ni red flag. Hiyo like nimetry ku consider like hiyo mimi kwangu imekuwa ngumu. I'm like nitakusikiza, like sikuoneshi madharau. That's one thing with me. Lakini deep down I'm like hii iko na deadline. Ikiwa tutakuwa pamoja, hii iko na deadline. Inaisha hii.
So you know?
Yeah.
One last question.
Okay.
One thing that you tell young ladies who are trying to say also follow your path, career path, similar to yours, and go and break into the law, because there are few, I think, countable Muslim lawyers, female lawyers right now, but they are needed.
True.
You're few, but you're needed. Would you encourage more ladies to come into this field?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Wallahi I would. Hata kama ni kufanya as your second degree.
Okay.
Hata kama let's say you are a teacher, you are let's say a doctor, fanya tu a diploma in law just to get the gist, to understand what's really going on kwenye hii law profession. Because as a woman, I believe if you know your rights, it's different. like anywhere ukijua tu wewe you are supposed to do 1 2 3, you are not supposed to do 1 2 3, it's different. Na mfano tuseme umefanya hiyo what you are not supposed to do, how do you come around ujitoe from it?
Okay,
you know.
Yeah.
So I do encourage
what to come to join. Yeah, thank you man. I think tumefika mwisho sio?
Una question nyingine?
Sina question nyingine.
Alright, this was good. Imagine haina introduction.
Ndio.
The first nastaki kuifanya iwe na ile conclusion. Haitakuwa hii itakuwa tu podcast. Wasikize.
Really hivyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but midway vile tulikuwa midway nikakumbuka hatujafanya introduction. It's okay anyway.
Yeah,
original is authentic.
Yeah. It is authentic.
Yeah, and I've actually had one of the best.
Wallahi, same here. Wallahi, we.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you
this is my longest podcast.
How many?
Inaenda 2 hours 30 minutes. Wallahi, ona time inapoenda. Wallahi.
But I've enjoyed my time.
Same here. Thank you for
I'm going to share this with my page who is subscribed because we've talked a lot. Very interesting points. You know, we even not only talked about it from the male point of view, some of them we touched on the female point of view as well. And I have learned a lot of the other side. It's good to put yourself in the other side's shoes as well. So it's good that you gave me this opportunity of showing what the other side is like.
Inshallah. We'll do more often. Kama your mental health.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Inshallah. I'll also invite you into
inshallah.
My
no worries.
Because one episode we're trying to do is I think the most professions, our generation, people who are born in the 80s, 90s, majority of us were pushed into this formal sector of either being an engineer, a lawyer,
a doctor. Khalas.
You know? So one of my next episodes is it will have been very nice for me to have you there.
Oh, gladly.
So you can give us the lawyer perspective.
Yeah.
Would you do law again? Would you tell people to do law again? Has it changed? Is it the same? Which one is better between lawyers and doctors?
Yeah.
Because many people who are in uni or who want to join uni, there are people who want to go into these professions as well.
Yeah.
Lawyers, doctors, the people who want to go pilots, the people who want to come to these professions, and they don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
But so they keep asking me, should I do medicine? I'm like, I can't give you an answer right now.
True.
Lazima ujifanyie mwenyewe uone. But hearing what you have gone through as a lawyer, hearing what another engineer has gone through, their struggles after to get a job, meaning it'd be good for them to make a decision that way. So,
I know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for kukuja. Because I was like, sijui atakuja, sijui haji. Hizo panic attacks ni kwa like, anakuja. When you called, I was like, alhamdulillah, anakuja. I did a small trial. I was like, Allah. Alhamdulillah. It's good, wallahi. And another thing, kuna hii rivalry between our professions. Hata sijui ni nini, maanake madaktari wao mnajiona sukari.
Let me tell you, it starts like this. You know, we share some common goods. We share some common things in our party. You know, tukianza, all of us are suffering.
It's true. That's true.
Tukianza, all of us are suffering.
Kweli.
But then down the line, lawyers break it more. Like lawyers get rich more than madaktari. So I think that's where
na the hustle nyinyi yenu ni more hustle kushinda mimi, you know. Huyo auntie yangu, by the way, she went to Ishaka pia.
Okay.
She Manali, if you mulimpata.
No.
Ama manake alimaliza 2013 nadhani.
No, sikumpata.
Okay, nyinyi mulimpata Said Bono.
Nilipata Said, hata nilichukua kitanda Said.
Said sasa ametoka kwetu.
Okay.
Lamu. Si amewamu ujue?
Nishakuniambia.
Yeah, he's from Lamu, like his family friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So like kama yeye when she was starting huyo auntie yangu, she got the job, akona na like ako Nyahururu, the freedom. Wajua wasichana wote waona hiyo ni freedom. Hauko kwenu, you know. Uko, you have your own house na nini. But then every night usiku mzima ako maternity ward, yeye anazalisha watu. I'm like, mimi ni give up sleep yangu. Hii profession siezani. You know,
there's a lot we give.
Yeah, you give mambo mingi, na hiyo tuseme hiyo anxiety ya kuwa mtu ako na HIV umejikata, like mimi sioni hiyo ni ngumu.
Alafu ujue ni sema ukishajikata huwa si tunajifikirianga wewe sana. Unajifikiria partner wako. That's one of the things you sign up for to be a wife for a that diseases can come.
Diseases can come.
Siona kuna HIV useme ati bwana alicheza nje ama wife alicheza nje.
Lakini hiyo mnatumia hiyo.
Honestly, wacha nikushow. Kuna ma procedures zingine. Tumekaa tu chill tu hivi. Damu. Ama ile unafanya hivi cause una work space ni kidogo.
Mara umegusa vein.
Damu. Ama hata saa zingine si vein, zingine tu ni hizi blood vessel ndogo tu ziko hapa zina shoot. Ama space, especially ukishazalisha ile pate kuzalisha wa madhi. Kuna place the margin of error is small and the space is very small.
Okay.
So sometimes
mimi hapo nimefloat.
Yani margin of error, I mean like ukifanya makosa kidogo
tu
either umeleta shida kubwa.
Okay, makes sense.
Ukifanya makosa kidogo ni shida ni kubwa, is another operation you have brought.
Okay.
Na hiyo space uko nayo ya kufanya ndio usifanye makosa ni kidogo.
Ni kidogo pia, yeah.
So unaweza unapata risks, unajidunga ama unashika mtu akona hii, unashika mtu akona hii. The struggles of life. I mean, at the end of the day, we are all here to like.
We win some, we lose some.
We win some, we lose some. So how would you like to end this pod?
Hata sijui.
I tell you how we should end.
Okay.
I say free Palestine.
Oh yeah, by the way, tuende 1 2
free Palestine.
Free Palestine, wallah.
Inshallah they'll be free.
Amina ya Rabbi.
Inshallah, this people are going through a lot.
Amin.